6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's do this. We're playing Super Metroid first, as we usually do. Don't mind Samus right now. She's, I know she's looking a little different. Don't worry about that.
You think you're gonna... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you go on. You think I'm gonna...
Think it all in Metroid, or you just gonna go straight to Link to the Past?
We're gonna go straight to Link to the Past. Just because item density is, for starting a game of combo randomizer, we want to go to Link to the Past immediately.
Yeah, so Link to the Past just has way more items available right away. That red cape is a big one.
Red cape is very nice. It gives you, makes you invisible and also gives you iframes. It also drains magic fast. It allows you to go through bumpers, which are little obstacles that bounce you around, and it's used for one specific check called buffer cave. In case you were wondering what that was, that was Buff Kirby. That's just Kirby but buff. He's got a workout after his new game.
That's just how he looks.
So right now I'm doing what's called the Chris Julian room. I'm just gonna jump down 4 times. This will displace the camera slightly, and after I do that, I will fall into the hole, and it'll put me in a room where it's basically a little error room, because the game doesn't know where to put me because I displaced myself enough, and will put me there instead.
That's just the default location, and then it dumps you back out at Link's house, which is ooh. That's a really early, nice thing to have. That was Gravity Suit for anyone who missed it.
That is a stack of pancakes, which is very delicious.
Delicious pancakes that make you move in water much easier.
Yeah, gravity already is very interesting. So, the reason why it's so surprising, you might notice on my tracker, it says hard mode. You might be wondering, what the hell does hard mode mean? So, it doesn't make the game harder, it makes the logic harder for Metroid. So Link to the Past is otherwise unchanged, it's still its normal self logically. But Metroid, on the other hand,
that's a good one to have. That's Ether.
Super Metroid itself will require a lot harder tricks for me to get through the game logically. So you'll see me do a lot of shenanigans to get through the game.
Normally, anyway, with Gravity Suit, you may not have to do anything.
We still might do hell runs at the very least, because remember...
Maybe.
So normally in the vanilla game, Gravity Suit gives you heat protection. But in Randomizer, they did a balance patch because they thought that was too boring in races, where basically it boiled down to whoever found the Gravity Suit first won the game. So what they did is split the suit abilities apart to balance it out even more. So Gravity Suit only gives you lava resistance and free movement in water, while Varia Suit gives you armor up and heat resistance in heated rooms. So even though we have Gravity Suit, we will still take heat damage.
Means we still need Varia, and I think only Varia protects you from Mother Brain's terrifying rainbow beam too.
Yes, Varia Suit is gonna be the only suit that will reduce damage by half. Gravity does not give that effect. When you have both suits, however, the damage reduction will stack again.
This place where we are right now, Kakariko Village, is basically the single biggest reason to start with Link to the Past. There's only like 2 checks available right off the bat in Metroid, so it's just faster in general to check all these available checks, and I forget there's what, like 15 or something chests available here in Kakariko? 10?
There's a ton of it. It's like, I think it's more than 10. And then there's the woods to the north, which also has 2 more.
Yeah, there's 2 there.
A very standard start, and the reason why we get the money like really early is to get something from the vendor, which costs 100 rupees, and there's other NPCs that also will require money. The biggest one is the Zora King, who requires 500 rupees for his check. Affectionately known
With
as the
any
Scam
luck,
King.
we won't have to do that.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. A very early moon. That's gonna make Link to the Past pretty open from the get-go.
At least if you get the hammer and the glove. So.
Well, we have to get some way to go over there, yeah.
Yeah. So early on, one of our biggest objectives right now is to find 2 types of balls. The Moon Ball and the Morph Ball. I like calling it the Moon Ball. The Moon Pearl is very important just to get into the Dark World, and the Morph Ball is important so I can play the game.
Yeah, you can't do too terribly much without Morph Ball in Metroid. I don't know if you find like Speed Booster, that opens a little bit of stuff, right?
Yes, we need
but an
Morph Ball.
I was gonna say early Speed Booster, no Morph Ball is like the nightmare scenario.
Yeah, it really is. Power Bombs are also nice to have. Ideally, what if we get Morph Ball and we start doing Metroid? The ideal situation is we want to have at least 10 Power Bombs for routing sake.
Yeah. What, 10 Power Bombs, Morph Ball, and then, I don't know, a beam or something would be nice.
If we don't have a beam, you know, unloading a bunch of supers is fine. We have a decent amount of ammo so far. It's the most important ammo type we ideally need is supers and power bombs. So, fairly standard start in Link to the Past. But depending on what we get at the very start will determine what the actual like route will be like.
There's 10 power bombs, so if we find Morph Ball, good to go for some checks in Metroid.
Here's hoping we do find that Morph Ball soon. Sometimes, in a game like this, where we're playing 2 games, the routing can get super duper mean, where, we probably sometimes don't find Morph Ball till way later deep in Link to the Past, where, like, you might have to clear a few dungeons in the Dark World to get a Morph Ball.
Yeah. It's gonna depend pretty heavily on what you find here.
So,
hoping for nothing on Lumberjacks here.
So we're gonna check Lumberjack, and that's just a bunch of missiles.
Oh, thank goodness. Don't have to do that.
So that's good. So we're gonna save and quit, go back to my house.
That Lumberjack check is important because it's one of the few checks in the game that is only accessible by beating Aghanim, and so if there's something important there, you know you gotta go beat Aghanim. Now, we don't necessarily know that we don't have to beat Aghanim, but we're not guaranteed to need to beat him, so that's a little bit nicer.
It's a reassurance. If there's something important locked behind that, then we absolutely need to defeat the wizard. Worst case scenario would have been if Morph Ball was there.
Yeah, I was keeping that thought to myself.
I think the oddest place I found Morph Ball was Lower Norfair. There's a lot of shenanigans where the seed can maybe place Morph Ball. Sometimes it can put it super early, sometimes it can put it in such a weird spot. It becomes a Morph Ball hunt early game. I will say this, so essentially, yes, we are bouncing back and forth between 2 different games. Super Metroid is going to be the strongest of my games and will be the game that will carry me with that skills that will carry me the most in this run. I'm very decent at Link to the Past. I have like a lot of my friends tutor me at this game. I'm not like an expert in this game, but I can do decently in this game. Kev here also plays it a decent amount.
Yeah.
Also plays Metroid as well. Sometimes. Don't worry about that, fell by accident.
The one friend who plays both.
Yes. I don't have a lot of friends that play both.
Always a pain to do this with just bombs.
Yeah. They're so wiggly. And then sometimes they wiggle out of the explosions at the last second. There. There
we go, got them all. But this is, yeah, this is a mini Moldorm cave. There's 5 items back here, so it's pretty hard to argue against. Oh.
Okay.
That's Varia, right?
And that's Morph
And there's Morph Ball. Alright. Let's go clear Metroid now.
Is this even a hard mode? I'm sorry. It says hard mode on the seed. I don't understand what that's about. Okay. Now we just need to not.
Now
not
don't
the
get crabbed.
Yeah, these crabs will kill me instantly. They do 2 hearts of damage really early game. They're also super fast. I mean, look at them. They just
don't be side to side on them. Gotta make them move up and down. They're all slow that way.
Apparently,
this is one of the laggiest screens in the game a lot of the time because that
Yeah.
thing explodes and makes a bunch of sprites.
Yeah. You hear the crabs, by the way? Okay, it's one down.
Yeah.
Don't ever underestimate crabs. They will ruin your day.
Oh, they vacated the space though.
Good. Ideally what we want. So, like, yeah, this is a blessed seed. Varia Gravity early on, which is interesting.
Yeah, Varia Gravity, Morph Ball, and 10 Power Bombs is like everything you need.
Yeah, that is essentially mostly everything we need, which is crazy. This is a super duper... Could be a Jet Seed on the Metroid side, because,
Yeah,
interesting.
as long as... I hope you don't end up, like, ammo-starved or anything.
Yes, that's ideally another thing. We still need to find Ice Beam or Speed Booster at the very least to even beat the game.
Not quite, like, straight-up go mode, but we're getting there.
Yes, we need a way to access, the back of, Meridia. Now, we still need items. We're not, like, 100% like gonna beat Metroid.
Yeah,
we still have to
ammo if nothing else.
We still need to play the Link to the Past part, which we're still lacking a sword and basic weaponry and everything, all that.
You get too cocky there.
Yeah, let's not get too cocky here, especially when we're still lacking a weapon. Bait and switch for a Link to the Past pedal seed. That'd be a nightmare.
It'll be a ped
honestly.
seed.
Oh, hey, bombs.
4 bombs on the tree pole. That's not bad.
That's actually kind of needed, because I needed to do some bombs anyway. Bombs are, very important when they have no weapons at all. It's a bit of annoying to get to this with bombs, but you'll manage. We just need to cook our bombs a bit and lure
all the guards go down to 1 bomb, right?
The blue ones.
Do you need 2 for the blue ones?
Yeah. He's the more annoying one. Maybe we'll get a weapon off the chest.
Yeah, can always hope. That is technically a weapon.
That is a weapon, but not for me. not for a Moogle friend here. He needs something that's not space-age technology. Now, if only he can, throw a missile at people, like...
Just load up his missile in the...
Wow, we're getting...
his bow or something.
We're getting some nice bomb prizes.
Really lucky on the bomb drops.
I do appreciate having a bomb restock on the way. I thought I was gonna have to restock at the shop, but this worked out very nicely. That saves me a bit of time.
It's been very kind about that.
Alright.
Oh,
that
nice
works.
fairy.
Nice fairy. Blue guard's a little more. Oh wow, yeah, hit by that.
Wow, he just walked straight back into it, huh?
Yeah, you sure did. Alright, good. He was very nice to me that time. Oh man.
And you found no dungeon items so far?
No dungeon items so far.
That's good.
Yeah.
See if we can keep it up.
So far, everything's for Metroid, but nothing for Zelda. This is kind of silly. It's like all my Metroid items are in Zelda, and all my Zelda items are gonna be in Metroid. This is what's turning out to be. We're gonna hit this dude with a pot 2 times. We're gonna hurt ourselves.
You can't do the fastest strat, which is just slash him with the sword 8 times.
Alright, so...
You gonna go do, east side?
I'm gonna do Old Man at the very least, and leave Eastern for later. Because we have a lot of Metroid stuff we can do now.
Yeah, there's a good number of Metroid things available all of a sudden.
Yeah, we have a very nice start for Metroid where we can start our routing there. Varia Gravity at the start is both a blessing and a curse, just because that opens up a lot.
Yeah, that means you just basically have all of Metroid available to you. Anything that's not like hard speed booster locked.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse because the reason why maybe being a little restrictive of your items is a lot better is because you have a good idea of where to search. If your entire map is open, you don't have much of a place to narrow down your searches. Logically, anyway.
Yeah, did you do your map check?
I did not. I should have done. I should have done
Oh well,
that. Oh
we'll just
well.
do it when you get back.
Yeah, we'll do it when we get back. Returning back to
God,
Kirby.
that's terror. That's just a terror.
What do you mean?
It's fine.
Look. Look, he's just
I like his purple pants now.
he's been working out. So we're
And that's a
immediately
very clean. Oh, I hadn't seen that morph ball. Very good.
very good morph ball. Immediately we're gonna go to the gauntlet. Gauntlet is a scary place, but we not really when we have two E-tanks and also a gravity suit. And
I mean, if you get grabbed by the ghoulies every single time.
yeah, that is true. But we have damage reduction and free movement in lava anyway, or acid, any liquids really.
Yeah.
So standard gauntlet trick. Armor for Zelda.
Ooh,
Wow.
blue mail. Very nice.
That reduces damage quite a bit. It makes things a lot easier for Zelda at least.
Yes.
You know, this run is sponsored by the new Kirby game. He's been working out ever since his new adventures, you know, in an open world game, you know. A lot of open world exploration, yeah, it works out the legs. Bottle.
And ooh, a bottle. That's nice. A bottle opens one check, but is also just super nice to have.
So once again, if you've seen this yesterday, cute little trick where I can, if I stand between both those things, I can just crumble both platforms at once and get both prizes.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than having to go back around through Gauntlet after messing up that trick.
Yeah. But if you do mess up, sometimes you get lucky and only one thing is important, and you get the important side anyway.
Yeah. Sometimes the game just holds your hand. So, what do you think you're gonna check out here in Metroid first?
So we're gonna do a standard Brinstar check, and then honestly climb up Blue Bird into Wreck Ship.
Okay.
That's
Into Wrecked Ship. Ooh.
Yep. We're gonna do an. I have a route in mind. So we're gonna check Brinstar, climb through Blue, and then go to Wreck Ship, and then climb down. That's gonna be the route we're gonna take here.
Sounds good.
We're in a good situation where Phantoon is not really much of a threat to us, really. We have both armors and also, you know,
Stand to have a few more missiles for him, but it shouldn't be anything too big. Oh, and got the first try on the mock ball there, so good job.
Mock ball.
That there, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a mock ball. That's a trick where you carry your run speed into your morph ball, and it lets you run through some places the game really wants you to have speed booster for.
I will say this morph ball animation is actually really good.
Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah,
that is
wheel.
That is incredible. A++ right work. A hammer.
Ooh, a hammer. That's very nice to have. Yep, that's a weapon for Zelda. And oh yeah, and you're playing combo rando, so you don't have those anti-soft lock features that we had the other day.
Yep, we don't have quality of life to help us, so counting your power bombs is very important. Making sure you have enough along the way is a very, very important thing to do. So that hammer is very good. We still don't have a sword, but that hammer is a good substitute anyway, where it does level 3 sword damage, but its only downside is it's very short reach.
Yeah, you ready to do Hammer Moldorm?
Oh god. Hammer Moldorm is not terrible at the very least.
Yeah, it's doable. It means, and that gives you Dark World access when you get back too, right?
We need glove still.
You still need glove? Okay.
Yep.
Oh right, because you have to be able to move the rock.
Yeah. However, in a Game Boy Advance version of Link to the Past, you can actually break the rocks with a hammer, which is kind of funny.
You got those damage boosts on point today.
Yeah, but then we just kind of sank into the little...
Well, you know, sometimes you can't have everything.
It's true.
You gonna get the swag mock ball here?
Yeah, let's see. Let's get the swag.
Alright. Alright, a little more missiles, yeah.
Oh no, that was not swag enough.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It's a good try, though.
Alright, so we got a restock of power bombs, which is very good. Like I said, keeping our power bomb count in check is very, very important. Knockball over those guys and just play a power bomb down.
You don't have to worry about falling in the hole since you don't have the speed booster yet.
Yeah. We have no risk of seeing a friend today. And we have no risk of real death, because, you know, that dude hit me.
both suits.
Ooh, power bombs. That's actually very nice.
A couple more power bombs, very nice to have.
A lot more comfy. Dude, missiles will just kill this dude.
Yeah, the big hoppers.
Big hoppies. A single arrow!
One arrow! Oh, nice! That's my favorite unique item.
Run validated. There are two, like, funny joke items. Well, they're part of, you know, default pool, but in the community, like, the single rupee and the single arrow are basically meme items.
Oh, you can fight Aghanim now.
Oh yeah, that is a butterfly net. We're gonna skip our favorite boss. Because unfortunately, I couldn't afford a DLC for the speed run.
He's got his own category anyway. Oh, that was a little low. There you go.
There you go. Once again, if you saw me yesterday, I've done this as well. Basically, abusing little camera shenanigans there. If you just shoot straight into the hole without panning the camera in a weird way, Rainbow.
Ooh, Spring Ball, run validated.
Actually might be needed to get into Bubble Mountain.
Might be.
Just because we need some sort of double jump, because there's no quality of life, remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't scroll the camera in a weird way, the missile won't connect with that block for some reason. This game
it has
is all
something to do with
kinds of
how it's loaded. Oh, how many tries are you gonna give this?
Hopefully one. Maybe just two. There you go.
That was good. Very clean. That is a deceptively difficult trick. To line up to hit that gate from the other side with a super missile. Normally you need wave beam to get through here.
That is the hard setup, mind you. If we have high jump boots, you can do a much easier setup, but when you don't have any high jumps, you do the little setup with the door, where I have to basically wedge myself 1 pixel onto that ledge, and when I turn around, I'll fall off, and basically I jump, turn around, and because I move like a pixel when I turn around, I move off the ledge slightly into a perfect position. That is called a flatly jump, which has a few uses in the game. E-tank.
Ooh, E-tank. Very nice.
Very nice. And right now our power bomb counts are very good for routing's sake. Where am I going?
I mean, you can go... Yeah, there you go. The overhang wall jump there, that sucks.
Deceptively hard.
Very clean.
Yeah, we're in blueprints. Normally this is where you would start the game, but we're gonna just do it in the middle of the game. Hey, a sword!
What sword? See, you should have checked.
And some money? Alright, cool.
So that morph ball check and one check that's coming up are like the only 2 checks available at the start of the game.
A mushroom.
The mushroom.
If we find a red cane, we can do shenanigans with it. Otherwise, we turn it into the witch and we get a check out of her. So we're gonna do a little D-boost here. Just to get some money, maybe. We'll leave it alone. Oh, hey, speaking of the devil.
Hey, there's the red cane.
Speaking of
yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the red cane, hello. Red cane is probably, I think, is one of the most highest tier items in this game, just because it has so many different uses.
Yeah, it's a very manipulatable item.
It can do many things.
Oh. And jumping up onto this invisible walkway is, you've got to do a buffer jump through the door, or you fall into the water and have to do
Oh, okay.
weird
Space
stuff
jump.
to get out. Oh, space jump. That's very nice. Now we don't have to do any uh infinite bomb jumps.
Yeah, that is what we call a can fly. There are two types of can flies in Metroid: space jump and infinite bomb jumps. Space jump is the nicer of the two, and also the fastest.
Yeah, infinite bomb jump's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Always very, very annoying when the game wants an infinite bomb jump out of you.
Yeah, it sure is. Also, I love the little space jump animation. We just turn into a ball.
That's very good.
And we're just gonna flex.
I like this elevator animation.
We're just flexing, you know? It's just look. We're just doing a little flex. It's fine. Just flex. I assure you, yes, I have generated a seed with hard mode in mind. Which is kind of funny because it's like, oh, you want a hard seed? What if I just dump all the items, like, right here?
Yeah, that's sort of the trap of very nice seeds, is that you get access to everything immediately, which opens the possibility of going to all of the wrong places first.
It's either gonna take me this is like gonna be a fast seed or a decently, like, oops, can't say too early. It's either gonna be a fast seed or, you know, we're gonna be traveling all over the place.
Yeah, the meme is that your seed is either easy or is either difficult early or difficult late.
It is not like a total blessing just to get super good items early, just because, yeah, we have to hunt down so many things still. Like I said, narrowing down things is a lot more preferable if it's just open all over, and oh gosh.
Yeah, because you're starting to get access to quite a lot of LTTP at once, and it's going to be kind of a mess to sort out where you need to go.
That being said, at least if we have LTTP access stuff, the ideal routing is chasing down dungeons first, because...
Yeah, it's always preferable to have access to a bunch of Link to the Past if you're gonna get an open seed.
We basically have, between both games, we have more or less like 13 objectives. Metroid, kill the 4 main bosses, kill Mother Brain, Flippers.
Very nice.
Link to the Past, get the 7 crystals, defeat Ganon. We have many bosses to slay.
Yeah, that's a benefit of watching combo over just one of the games by itself. You get the extra stuff.
Chorizo.
Oh yeah, and there's no quality of life, so he doesn't stand up because you don't have bombs.
Yeah. Basically, Chorizo only wakes up if you have bombs, just normal bombs. Otherwise, he just stays asleep, and that's it. He just does nothing else.
Yep, shame you're gonna kill Ganon first, so you can't go bully him with Hyper Beam.
Bullying with Hyper Beam is always a fun idea. You know what? Maybe we'll bully them. Depends. Let's see how the
See how time looks at the time. Yeah.
We'll do some shenanigans and just have fun with it. So we got space jump. We get to check up here at least.
It's not very out of the way. Gotta go over anyway.
Little friends hiding in the floor.
Hey, cool seahorse buddies. Hey, a reserve tank. That's nice to have.
So, we are gonna go to wreck ship. Normally, if I had no items that get me over there, I would have done a trick called CWJ, which is basically 2 frame-perfect inputs of a jump to get over the moat. If you watched my Metroid run yesterday, I believe that's what I did yesterday. I don't remember if I did or not.
Doing grapple beam.
That's right, we got grapple beam.
What are you doing today? Oh right, we just have space jump.
We have space jump. If I didn't have space jump, we would have done a gravity jump instead.
Gravity jump's a good one. I spent all that time learning that stupid spring ball jump.
Oh yeah, the spring run jump is a fun
That one sucks. It's got some blueberries over there on the ground.
Yeah, we're not gonna pick blueberries today.
And here's space jump, saving more time.
Yeah, no, otherwise we would have just like shine spark through or jumped over everything. So we're in a wreck ship. It's haunted.
Yep, very spooky haunted ship.
Right. Power bombs only, no bombs.
Yeah, don't wanna... Gotta remember to check the room with the spikes before the spikes are turned on.
Yeah. It's funny that, this is the only item that we can get in the off state. You would think, but Rich, why don't you get the other items when the off state if it's easier? Like, some of the doors you can get through. Well, no, we can't, because technically, when the wreck ship is in its off state, it's technically a completely different level from its on state.
Yeah.
So if you go decide to check some of the items in its off state right now, they won't be there.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way going and checking the one that's way out of the way in the big room full of water.
Yeah, yeah. So there's the way this game handles states. Yeah, it's an off state and on states for the rooms. They're you can count them as technically separate levels. So items won't be placed until it's on. So it's Fantoon, our good boy.
Yep, Fantoon is a pretty annoying boss, but with gravity and Varia and this many missiles, it shouldn't really be any problem.
He's at 2,000 health left. So he's 2,500 health. Every missile does 100 damage. The reason why I'm not doing supers is because it makes him super angry.
He goes into a really annoying attack pattern during which I believe he's invincible.
Yep, and also, it takes some time to get out of too.
Yeah. He's not saying Among Us today.
He's at 1,500.
The reason Rich is counting the health is, first of all, so he knows where he is in the boss fight, but I believe he's going to try to take out the last 600 health with one super missile, because that'll skip 6 missiles, and he won't go into the phase if he's out of health.
Yep, if we kill him, he can't be angry. Very good anger management.
And
that's fine.
Super Missile Pro Strats, that's the Nintendo Power certified way to beat him, right?
Yeah. Okay, one more and one super. I went a little too fast in one of those shots, so you have to scare early.
Ah, well.
There you go.
Yep, and that's Fantoon.
There are strats where, an insanely hard strat where, you might have noticed I shoot missiles and run into them, and sometimes I get extra hits in. If you do a really perfect rhythm with that, that is called doppling. And basically, if you get the rhythm down perfectly, you can actually stun lock them in place, and you might have a chance of killing in one cycle.
It's
really
very hard.
Really high level players can't do it consistently. With a lower missile amount too, they have a good plan where basically they get some missile drops in front of the path where they'll like doppel them, start firing, and then collect the missiles in the middle of the walk animation and keep firing some more.
Yeah, it's like the 14% strat.
Yeah, they high level players have some amazing strats, and they play this game like almost task levels. If you ever watch like Oats and Goats or Dosty play this game, they shred this game apart.
The trash can robot was coming to lock you in.
Yeah. That's what I like Zero Missions like version of those where you just hit with a missile and they just start sprinting. We'll take those. They have no beams still.
Yeah. You don't have any beams and you've only got 25 supers? Yeah, I'd go ahead and grab them.
Yeah. Very bare bones for like offense-wise. No screw attack, no speed booster, no beams, maidenless, you know, all that. Alright.
Now, that save was not really for safety. There's a faraway check that if it's got nothing in it, we'd rather not walk back from.
Here's the spiky room of death. Very easy with gravity suit, but if I didn't have gravity suit, my setup
that room's very annoying when you have to move slowly through it.
I have a setup where I just two small jumps, walk off, another jump, and you're through. Works every time where you don't get hurt. Because if you go there with no armor, those things can basically instant kill you. Especially the, oh, that's a fire source.
Ooh, very important.
We have to go back. Yeah, that's important. So we can't just reset the game. We have to actually escape with this item.
Gotta actually walk back. The worst.
But it's a light source and a fire source, so good.
Yeah, don't have to dark walk anything.
No dark walking, and we can light torches. So good check.
Yeah, that.
So far.
Yeah, that or fire rod is required to beat Link to the Past.
Alright, now we're gonna check the attic. Normally the nicest strat for attic would be shine sparking through, but not today. What did it clip through real quick?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to check that shine spark item to see if it's anything you care about.
Yeah. So, kill all rooms. Just kill the enemies, and we open both doors.
Yep, and you always make sure you open the doors, because if you don't open the doors, you'll have to do the room again, and that is the worst feeling.
We open that door first, and then we go to the right, and then we do the most annoying check in this room, which is just gonna be the robot room.
Friendly trash can robots.
Just bump them into the spikes, then they make platforms. Oh, but at the very least, you know, once we get far enough in, we can at least peek at what this might be, and then if we have to grab it, we grab it, otherwise we leave. And it's gonna be a Spazer?
Spazer? You want Spazer?
I'll take it.
You don't have plasma, might as well grab it. If you get all the beams, you can do murder beam on.
Yeah, you know, let's just reset the game. Let's just do space-time beam with it, you know?
Space-time beam, there you go.
So, in this game, you cannot have plasma beam and spazer on at the same time.
It just doesn't exist a sprite for it.
Yeah, but you can, however, glitch it in the menus, and it'll turn into something called a bar beam. If you fire it, a lot of weird things can happen. Either you make a special murder beam that'll start damaging everything in the room, like, a few times per second, or you crash the game, or you reset time and space.
Yeah, the space-time beam is a funny meme where all of your progress gets reset, but you keep all your stuff.
Essentially like New Game Plus.
Yeah, it's used for weird categories. Hi, Samus.
This is a little Samus gamer. Looks like Samus, and it just mimics her movement. Yep,
This is the weirdest bowling ball I've ever seen.
It's probably the best kind of bowling ball when you think about it. Like, it must get some really, really nice speed on the lanes. You just eat this
Yeah, I
thing.
think so. This is Chiza bowling.
Look at this expert bowler. Love his technique. Going for it. Come on, can you
Oh, and
strike?
oh,
Oh, maybe next
he
time.
dropped it.
Maybe next time. You know. I love how when I jump, by the way, it's like just a weight.
Oh yeah, just for a second you become the weight.
If only that weight actually works, and you could just slam on enemies. Oh, shield.
Do you want a shield?
I mean, like, we don't want it, but we just want to check the thing behind the shield.
Sure. Gotta pick up those lag frames.
I can block small projectiles now. Oop, can we get this? Rupee. Okay.
It's rupee, you don't have to do it. Very good.
Two little tricks for checking that. If you can do a power bomb jump to just keep yourself in air a little bit longer, at least until you can peek the item. Thankfully, it was something easily identifiable. Well, we can't avoid the rupee anyway. We just get it anyway. So that's wreck ship cleared. That's one objective done. We killed a ghost, and there's still a lot more to do with both games. But we made it out with a lamp.
Yeah, that lamp's a great find, and the spazer will be, I don't know, helpful for a little bit, right?
Yeah, it'll do a little more damage, and also a little easier time aiming.
Yeah. Hey, you don't have to decide which way to go in Red Tower.
Yeah, we just go down. That's all we do now. So, Upper Red Tower. Basically, in the old days, runs were decided between after you cleared Brinstar. Um, your choices are: do you climb the tower or do you descend the tower? Depending on what choice you made, depends on whether or not you win the race or not. Because once, like I said earlier, before balance suits came along, races were determined between which choice you made, and whichever one had the gravity suit, you won. I'm glad now, there are balance suits now, because it makes it a lot more interesting game instead of like, hey, I got gravity suit, so I won. Oh, good speed boost.
Oh, damage boost straight into the Vile Plume. E-Tank. It's an E-Tank. Nobody will notice. He had full energy the whole time.
Yeah, no, I did it perfectly. You didn't see it. Speed boost obviously is a little rough. There you go.
There you go. That's a good one.
These little slugs drop power bombs 100% of the time.
Yep, because otherwise you'd get stuck with no way to get out, because this door right there is a power bomb door.
Hey look, we made it through without getting stuck.
Very good.
If we had the screw attack, we would do a very cool fall here, but sadly we don't have that luxury.
Yeah, the Rippers get in the way.
Yeah, we're gonna check X-ray, just because we have space jump, so might as well.
Good space jump, might as well. These Fire Fleas here are another guaranteed power bomb drop, because you have to be able to leave this room, maybe.
And to the right of the yellow door is one of those leeches just in the block in case you just need a power bomb to get into the door. I'm gonna power bomb this just to see what it is. That's a bow.
That seems real important.
That's really important. Okay.
That's an excellent find.
That is an important find. That is something we definitely need to beat the game with. Bow is one of those items that, yeah, you need to beat the game. You can't climb the tower without it, nor can you not beat Eastern Palace or Pod without it.
I was gonna say, it's pretty rare that you would even get that far without it, because you need it to beat those two dungeons.
Yeah. The only exception would be entrance randomizer, where you can just suddenly show up in GT. And
well,
be
sure.
Like, hey, I'm here, but we don't have entrance rando in combo yet. Maybe we'll get one someday.
Entrance, you don't even need to beat GT usually.
That's true, if you have, like, ground shovels on. But, sometimes you might need to if it's in its default spot.
Sadly, no quality of life here. Get ready to stand in place for a little bit.
Yeah.
That block's destroyable by a bomb for reasons, and so you just have to wait long enough for it to come back.
I did theory craft a little fast way in here, where if you have high jumps, you can hold on the hole, do a crumble jump back up.
Oh yeah, that'd be something.
So GT is what we call in the community Ganon's Tower. Funny enough, in both games have a GT. In Link to the Past, GT is Ganon's Tower, and in Super Metroid, GT is Golden Terrezo. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, that boss that we hope we don't have to fight. It's not super hard, but he's way out of the way, and he's hard requires space jump because reasons.
Alright, so here we're gonna go to the best friend grade. Rupees. I don't know how many rupees I have. Maybe
I don't think you're up to 500 yet, but I'm not sure.
We haven't seen a big 300 yet. That's weird.
Yeah, we definitely haven't seen 300 yet.
300 is the most important one.
I think that 50 is the biggest one you've seen. Like, you've gotten several 20s, but I'm pretty sure you haven't gotten more than 50 at once yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Alright, here's our best friend crate. Can we get a quick kill today?
Opens up. So yeah, there's a quick kill on Kraid if you shoot him with, if you shoot him to make him open his mouth, and you hit him with a super missile while his mouth is, there's an open and a closed and an in between, and if you hit him in the in between, he gets frozen. And if you get him
damn.
with no such luck. If you
Yeah.
get him with super missiles in that frozen state, you can skip the second phase where he gets up.
His hand blocked the shot.
Yeah, I saw that.
It looked good, and it was like, oh no, you blocked the shot. DLC fight.
Yep.
We get to see his full body.
Yeah, and his whole room too.
Yeah, and the whole room. Hey, super missile.
Super missile's still nice to have. You don't have too many of those.
Yeah, running a little.
And the garbage code is here.
Yeah, it's because there's supposed to be a cutscene for Varya's suit when you get in there. If it doesn't play, it just kind of does some garbage code. Do some arm pumps. For those who are wondering, if you haven't seen my yesterday's run, why I just flail my arms around when I run, it's because when I do that, I move 1 pixel extra, and basically, you know, it seems like not a lot, but it adds up during the entire run.
Yep, every up down together is 1 extra pixel of forward movement.
Every little pixel counts, especially we're going to be in Metroid for maybe about an hour 15 altogether.
Yeah, Metroid tends to be the faster of the 2 games.
Just because it has way less objectives and also a lot more mobility options. The only instance where Metroid could take a long time if there's like we're playing Key Sanity, which adds key cards to the game, which is a whole
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
It's like it's just a different experience. Good mock ball.
Another mock ball.
Yeah, the vanilla game really wants you to have speed booster to do that, but the mock ball, like we did in Green Brinstar, will just get you right through there.
Right in there. Normally, if you have no Varya suit, if you have at least 3 E-tanks, that is considered logical to be here by hell running. So a hell run is essentially a term for just having to run through these areas without Varya suit.
Continuous damage to you.
Yep, continuous damage, and logically, the game expects you to have enough health to get through those type of rooms if you have no suits. Or if you have enough ammo to do what's called a crystal flash, which you can sacrifice 10 ammo of each type and refill your health back to max.
You need 11 power bombs, though.
Yes, because you need to start a power bomb to actually absorb the shot.
You don't want to be in a situation where the fact that you need 11 power bombs is what's keeping you from crystal flashing, though.
Yeah, definitely. Having a nice amount of power bombs is for safety is just. It's always power bombs that are a problem for crystal flashes because in most situations you have to use power bombs to traverse through levels. So you can't. Sometimes you just can't spare them to crystal flash because you need them to move. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's very nice.
Level
Need that to beat the game, too.
A glove too.
Ooh, and a glove, so
And a
you're gonna
glove.
get back to Zelda and have everything to do.
That's a lot of things to do. Alright, so that's some good items.
Glad you waited on Eastern Palace.
Yeah. We can clear that now. Alright, cool. Love the power glove, it's so bad. Alright, so we have hammer and glove. Gives us Darkworld access and a bow. So we can do Palace of Darkness and Eastern. We like to peek this. Alright, so over here it's a transition door back to Zelda. This will put us at Death Mountain.
Yeah, this is in vanilla, the map room, I think.
Yeah, this will be a map room. Whoops, that was one door too many. It's the one below.
It's the next one down, yeah.
Yeah. So here it'll be Death Mountain. and we'll be back to a Moogle. And look at that. We have bow, we have some health, we have some armor. So right away, we're gonna go save an old man in the cave. The reason we want to do that is, first of all, he gives us an item. Second of all, he counts as a checkpoint for that unlock. So when you rescue him and when we save quit, the mountain will be accessible then. And we don't have to rely on Metro to get back here, or having to come up here climbing manually, which is very convenient.
Very slow to climb up this the normal way.
Yeah. Having the checkpoint is very nice. If you have boots and you try to run with them, he will slow you down. You'll actually run slower.
It's actually slower than walking, yeah.
He has an E-tank. Very nice, man.
Because I think walking normally is 1 pixel, then 2 pixels, and if you have the old man and you try to boots run, you get 1 pixel every time.
Old man is... Look, he's old. You can't have him run around. That's not... He's frail. You just can't have him do that, you know? Alright, 10 arrows up here. This is Spectacle Rock. We're just gonna peek in here. What is this? Oh, it's a piece of art. Alright, so we have nothing else to do here. We're gonna save quit and start looking for things. Okay, that's a red pendant and a green pendant, well, blue pendant over there. So, okay. So pendants at Eastern Palace, not ideal, but it's technically still Sphere 1.
Yeah.
Because it's a dungeon you can just go in there from the very start and get some items in there. So we'll still check it. So 2 pendants here, which means a lot of Dark World dungeons we might need to do. We'll do it anyway. I mean, like, the 2 pendants here are not like super long dungeons. We went here already.
Yeah.
Normally, the ideal situation would be having 3 crystals in the Light World, because the Light World dungeons are super short. Like, they're just super short. And the ideal dungeon situation you want in like Dark World, personally, I prefer if I had Skull Woods, Ice Palace, Thieves Town.
Is your crystals?
Yeah, that's my crystals.
Yeah, I guess if you're in go mode, then Misery Mire doesn't take that long.
Misery Mire doesn't take that long. Turtle Rock is the most annoying of the bunch because it's pretty hecking long.
Yeah.
Just because you do need the keys to just progress that one.
I don't know, with Icebreaker in go mode, I usually don't mind Ice Palace too much.
Ice Palace,
you're slow.
Ice Palace is pretty good if you have red key. I mean, like, the only annoying one is Turtle Rock, and Misery sometimes with the big keys.
You're still looking for items, then Misery Mire can be kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's because even though there's so many chests in Misery, there's only 2 actual items in the entire dungeon.
Yep.
It's kind of funny. Hello.
No god layout.
No god layout. So a god layout would have been if we got the big key and all the items within the front chest without having to go to the back rooms.
It's just faster, especially if you're in a pendant dungeon like this one.
Yeah. 496. Okay, we almost have enough for us to get anything. Am I missing line? It was. Just slightly. Big key.
That's nice.
Alright, big key. We're going to... big chest, see what's in here. It's a map.
Yep.
Now we won't get lost. So, in Key Sanity, maps are a lot more useful. because in Key Sanity, you know how like when I went back to Zelda, I can look at the map and see what's a crystal and what's a pendant. When you're playing Key Sanity, you don't get to see what those are until you find a map. Or until you go into the dungeon itself and kill the boss, see what it is. Ideal situation is Key Sanity if you find a map for the dungeons and then you just can see what's a crystal, what's a pendant, and you can just route that way.
Key Sanity, for those who don't know, is a setting for the randomizer where you mix all of the dungeon items. Ooh, that's very nice. Where you mix all the dungeon items in with the rest of the pool. Normally, the map and compass and keys will be stuck in the dungeon that they're normally in, so that dungeon is guaranteed to be completable when you go into it, as long as you have the items for it.
The hookshot right there, a very good item, by the way. It opens up a lot more.
Oh yeah. The hookshot's great for movement in the overworld. It's great for just being convenient, and it is required for a couple of dungeons, as well as making several others it's not required for faster.
A nice find. Despite this being a pendant, it held something important. So normally pendants are dungeons that, like, in an ideal situation we don't want to do, but sometimes it's good to check those, especially if they're super short. It doesn't hurt. It's mostly if a pendant's on a bigger dungeon is when they're more of a problem. Arrows away.
Yeah, for instance, you'd almost never want to have Palace of Darkness be a pendant dungeon because it's just so likely to have stuff you need in it.
Yeah, it is very filled with loot.
It's got, what, 5, 6 items? Not doing a quick kill on these guys.
I am impressed at quick, I kind of like...
That's fair.
And we got a red pendant. So what do these things do? Why do we despise them? First of all, the only things they do is you need all 3 to pull the Master Sword. The green one is more valuable because it opens up a check. So...
We do hope to never have to pull the Master Sword pedestal if possible.
Yes, pulling the Master Sword pedestal is something we don't really want to do, like, ever. Because that would mean we have to do 3 more dungeons than we really should. And then, you know, get whatever's in the pedestal. If we have a book, we can see for sure what's even on the pedestal. The book allows you to translate text. And if you
don't even really want to have to do that, because then you still have to walk to the pedestal.
Yes, ideal situation is if you have the mirror by the time you go to Skull Woods, you can see what the item could be at the very least. Because you can just exit Skull Woods and mirror to the pedestal from there. That's an optimal route. Otherwise, you don't want to go out your way to check what's there.
The hobo under the bridge had nothing.
Yeah. We might also get these flipper checks now because we have money. Yeah.
Seems like a pretty alright time to just go do King Zora.
Enough money to see. Just to get scammed by the Scam King. So, we are gonna pay 500 rupees to King Zora, and he's gonna just either scam us or give us a useful item. Most cases, it's a scam, and he just gives us something that's just garbage. Because, keep in mind, ooh, Ice Rod.
Ice Rod's nice.
Could be useful. So...
if you have to do Turtle Rock, it could be necessary.
Yeah. So... yeah, because there are 316 items in this combo randomizer, it's a highly likely thing that, wow, new attack. I want that. A highly likely chance that, it'll be a useless junk item that we paid 500 for. The funniest kind of item would be if it gave us 1 rupee or 1 arrow. An okay junk item would be 300 rupees, but at least that reduces
You're only
thing.
spending 200.
We paid
piece
for a
of
piece of heart. Well, at least we got
At
a
least
full
it
heart.
finished a heart, yeah.
And now we're bankrupt.
Too close, yeah.
Well, screw attack is nice over here. I do like that.
Some consolation, at least.
It'll make going through Metroid a lot faster. As if, you know, we weren't going fast already. So, from here, we have Glove, we have a Hammer, and we're just gonna go to the Dark World.
Sounds good. Alright, cave time?
Hype Cave time. Is it gonna be hype today? We can't exactly beat Metroid yet until, we
Don't need
find
speed
or ice.
Yep, speed or ice. Hope we get ice. That trick's fun. Don't get to see it very often.
Skullwood's pendant. Okay.
Green pendant Skullwoods
Green
is
pendant Skullwoods.
kind of lame still.
Yeah, kind of lame. The ideal situation if the green pendant was on Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock would be very good just because it's a long, annoying dungeon, and if it's a pendant there, by the time we get, like, we don't need to, like, extra items, we can just ignore it flat out. But sadly, no, it's Skullwoods. It's a shorter dungeon. A rupee? Thanks. Alright, Hype Cave. Armor! Heart.
Nice.
Powder.
Powder, nice. That was like okay. It was like not
okay.
super hype, but
Not
you know.
super hype. It
Red clothes and powder's alright.
Yeah, red clothes and powder's alright.
In case anybody's wondering, that's just Hype Cave because it's got a bunch of checks in it.
Normally I would go to Palace of Darkness when I'm a little broke to get into that. You need 100 rupees to get in there.
Yeah, the monkey charges you.
The monkey does charge you. So
Oh, you need 110, right? Because he takes 10 from you with the...
Yeah. So what am I gonna do for some quick cash? Play the arrow game. Which is not too far away, thankfully.
The arrow game can be manipulated.
So we're gonna take a little detour. Normally we go this way after we clear out Village of Outcasts, which is the dark version of Kakariko, but we're gonna stop here because we're broke and we kind of want some money. Rather than farm for money, we're gonna take a guaranteed, like, chance of money.
Yeah, this game is manipulatable, and you can play it, what, 3 times before you
Yeah.
have to reset it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, already pecked up.
Oh, messed it up.
Yep.
Yeah, if you shoot right as he's passing that second curtain, you will always line up, but it gets desynced over time.
Yeah. In multi-world, it gets desynced a lot faster because we get items in the middle of this.
That's the worst. There you go, that's what it looks like. And now you got plenty of money.
We'll do one more for good measure.
One more? Alright.
Yep. Oh, they desynced already.
Yep, that's the
Yep,
desync.
that's a desync. Oh well, we'll just go about our business. I guess while we're here, we'll play big game.
Might as well.
So yeah, basically yes, you can manipulate. You can guarantee winning that game all the time if you just do the visual cue. And yeah, like you saw, it does desync. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh, charge
Ooh,
beams.
charge
Kind of
beam.
nice to have.
Pretty useful. That makes, well, having to hunt for ammo less of a thing we
Yeah.
need to do. But we only have Spazer still.
The reason he was counting digs is because the shovel game is guaranteed to give it to you in the first 30 digs, and it's
Yep.
just sometimes fun to see how terribly you roll, because it's a
Yeah.
completely random roll.
Yep. If you get 30, that is just bad luck.
Yep. 10's about average.
And the God Dig would be just 1.
Yeah, you can get it on your first dig, but, you know, obviously it's a 1 in 30 chance.
Thankfully, you know, when you race randomizers, you know, games are seeded, so both players will always have the same predetermined dig. It's not random every time you play, it's predetermined. a lot of RNG events are just always gonna be predetermined in a randomizer for the sake of fairness in races. Things like things that are gonna be, you know, predetermined that are otherwise RNG are gonna be dig stuff, how many blue balls will Aghanim 1 shoot at you, Ganon's patterns, and Aghanim's 2 patterns. The only...
And by extension, Ice Armos.
Yes. The only situations where your patterns would change is if you have to repeat those actions. Like, if you failed Ganon and you have to refight him, then, yeah, the seed for the fight will change.
Now you're really broke.
Yeah, now we're really broke. Thankfully, we don't really need to buy anything else, because the only big purchases really are the bottle dude, the scam fish, and paying your fees to get in here. Ideally, we'd like a mirror in this dungeon, because,
just get the mirror right here.
Oh. Mirror right here. So this dungeon's full clearable just because we have hammer and bow. The right side is what we call the bow lock side, because you would need the bow to progress through that. But thankfully we have all we need to beat the dungeon, including the lamp.
Yeah, don't have to dark walk the dark maze, which is great.
Yeah. Nowadays, I thankfully can do the Dark Maze walk without having, like, use a reference. When I was learning this, I always used a reference for running the Dark Maze, but now I can actually go in there confidently without having to pull a map out just to navigate myself. So here's the reason why, we need a bow. Just because these dudes,
yeah, these mimics are only vulnerable to arrows. There is a trick you can do to get rid of them, but it's not in logic, so
yeah,
the game wants you to have the bow for sure.
Mostly the red one that has to be killed by a bow. The green ones you can slash at them. There is a funny camera trick you can do where if you have a bottle full of any sort of liquid, the room before you enter that one, if you just, while you're walking down the hallway, you can just drink the potion in the middle of your walk, and then when you enter that mimic room, the camera will enter a little glitch state where if you move to the right, the camera will scroll when it shouldn't. And as long as the mimics are not on the screen, the game considers them dead, and it will open the door without having to actually kill them. The way this game checks kill rooms is, it doesn't check if the enemies are actually alive or dead, it just checks if they're still on the screen.
Yeah, it's a funny little quirk. Oh hey, more lag frames.
Funny enough, the whole lag frame of the shield is not actually true, apparently, according to our friend Adalor.
Oh really?
It's just a false rumor.
That's very funny.
Even if there is lag frames, it'd be barely noticeable from what I understand.
Well, sure.
Ideally,
I wonder if it might be like older or earlier versions of the emulator had lag frames and they don't anymore.
Oh, what am I doing? That statue is pushable. It's the left one that's not. Oh well. I forgot that statue is actually pushable. But maybe that could be a thing. Maybe emulation, like, early on did cause lag frames, because, you know... I think the rumor was that the gold shield was technically 2 parts, which is not true.
Makes sense. Oh, you're gonna do the cool arrow?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can just hit the switch from there, and just be on our way. It's a little tight gap, but it's not too hard to hit. And we shoot an arrow, and despite them having hard heads, they just get shot for some reason. You would think their little helmets protecting its arrows, but it doesn't. We're gonna check, this harmless hallway. And down here is a treasure room. Good place to restock rupees because we're broke.
Yeah. It's not super dangerous either.
Yeah, it's just got anti-parries, which not really a threat. They're just vibing. Big key.
Hey, big key, nice.
You need that because you can't get to the ball store without it. So Pod is a very straightforward dungeon. You know, it's got a back room, it's got the front room, it's got the side room. There's only a few rooms that is actually dark. For a dungeon called the Palace of Darkness, most of it's kind of bright for some reason. You know, go figure. And also another thing I guess we talk about for this dungeon, which comes up a lot, is why is this dungeon got a monkey theming on the outside and we see nothing else that is monkey themed on the inside? Yeah. Especially when, like, to open this dungeon, you talk to a monkey. The ideal situation, by the way, is we would, like, you know, die, but we have too much health and too much armor to die.
Armors too, yeah.
Killing ourselves right now to Death Warp, is...
It would actually probably be slower.
Yeah! Well, actually, those guys do a lot of damage.
Well, maybe not now, yeah.
That actually does do a lot of damage, wow.
Hey, there you go.
I thought they do way less damage, but that works.
Nah, the fire does, like, fixed 1 heart damage.
That works.
There we go, that's
There
fast.
you go. There you go. Death Warp. Good thing, like, we're not playing Multi-World and we're not using Deathlink. So, if you don't know what a Multi-World is, it's basically a randomizer, but you can play it with your friends. Oops, that's not a bow. That's not a bow, that's just falling down. So, like, Multi-World is when you play randomizers, like, you know, like I'm doing right now. And you and your friends worlds link together, and you can, you know, you have a chance to find your friend's items in your world, and when you find it, it gets immediately sent to them. There's a cool, funny setting called Death Warp, where if you die, anyone else with Death Warp will die in their world immediately. Only if they have that setting on. So if you're trying to do a Death Warp and you have Deathlink on, you and everyone else who's got it on will just die, even though you're just trying to do a cool trick at the same time. It has happened, like, funny enough, during our multi-worlds, where, you know, friends are trying to do Death Warp and they just kill their other friends by accident. Very inconvenient, but very funny. So, coming up is gonna be the boss for this dungeon. Helmosaur King. He's a big old Helmosaur. And what you need to do is just bop his helmet off with a hammer. Alright, so here we go. More darkness, and here's the boss. Helmosaur. All you need to do is walk up to him, keep smacking that helmet off.
You can also do it with bombs, and it takes fewer, but you then have to aim bombs at this guy, which is a big pain.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also break it off with bombs, which is slower? Slightly.
Slightly slower than optimal.
If you're scared to approach him, you can just yeet bombs at him, but as you can see, you can just bunga your way through the fight and just keep smacking him with the hammer. The hammer is very short reach, but it can get the job done. And we got ourselves a crystal, the first one of the game. Look at that, shiny crystal. And that's our first objective on the Link to the Past side. Alright, so...
Where do you think you're heading from here?
I think we'll go to Village of Outcasts and start doing, we'll start doing, Thieves Town, and
Sounds like a
also
plan.
some of Skull Woods, perhaps. Skull Woods is a short dungeon, but we can't actually do the back part of it until we have Fire Rod. Fire Rod is still something we need to grab. Important things we still need are gonna be Fire Rod, maybe the boots. The mirror is definitely important. And
Yeah, we still got a whole bunch of stuff we need.
probably medallions. We don't know what medallions we need still. Because 2 dungeons, Misery Mire and Turtle Rock required medallions in order to enter them. Randomizer randomizes which ones they can be. Sometimes you can get lucky and they could both be Ether, for all we know. And we don't need to hunt down the others, but otherwise it's safe to have more of them by the time you check them. And also having our second glove would be helpful as well. Not helpful, we kind of need it to even beat the game, because getting the Ice Palace, you can't really get in there unless you do some shenanigans.
Probably not gonna do that.
And we're not gonna do any shenanigans, because we're gonna stick by the rules of what a standard race will do.
And not gonna switch over to OWG all of a sudden.
We're not gonna do any overworld glitches. But still aiming for the sex pyramid, I just realized that. I slipped my mind. I just went straight here, because like, oh yeah, catfish, 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 catfish.
You can double back and grab it pretty easily.
Yeah, thankfully the pyramid's on the way. We're gonna go look at the pyramid real quick. And then we're gonna save quit back to the light world and go back to Kakariko and take the portal there. Just because, you know, we would like to get other items on the top part of the Dark World, but we don't have mirror or level 2 gloves, which is bad. Right, so I'm just gonna go back to the pyramid real quick. I kind of slipped my mind to check that. So, pyramid right here. This is where you normally fight Ganon once you get the crystals and climb the tower, and you kill Aghanim number 2. There's also a bombable wall here. You would need a very big bomb to explode this wall in the first place. To do that, you will need 2 red crystals, and that's a
Oh, that's grapple.
beam.
Might be necessary.
That might be necessary because Shacktool might need it.
Yep.
Shacktool may want this.
I don't want to do the, like, freezing spaghetti strat.
Well, we don't have Ice Beam anyway. The freezing spaghetti strat is faster, but I also hate it.
It's, like, way harder.
It is way harder, but faster. There are consistent setups for it, but it's annoying. But it's not logically hard in combo for some reason. It's weird. It's... Despite combo having harder tricks in logic, the ice clip isn't in logic for some reason. Kind of weird. Silver arrows. Hidden...
That's gonna make some stuff way easier.
Hidden in the basement of the castle. Wow. Alright, so...
Is that all the castle items, or do you need Dark Cross?
Oh, we still need Dark Cross. I just realized that. Hold on.
Well, I wasn't counting, so I didn't know whether you had Dark Cross or not.
Let me just check something. I don't believe Dark Cross had anything. I think my tracker tells me. Alright, let's go back to Kakariko. No pet. Wow, someone in chat was rooting for Pedestal Silvers. Wow. Wow, way to root against me.
That
So-
person is in favor of no fun.
We're gonna go back to Kakariko real quick. And the sick kid. As long as you have a bottle, he gives you your prize.
He's very sick. He needs to see a bottle to feel better.
Normally in the original game, you're supposed to show him like a fairy, and so fairies can heal him, and then, you know, he's suddenly better. In this, you just only need to show him a bottle. Just for convenience sake, so you don't have to, like, just for the sake of not having to need a butterfly net just to do this little check. It's very nice quality of life that they added like a long time ago. There is this version of randomizer that Combo uses a very like old version. If you play Link to the Past randomizer like today, there are big changes. The number one thing is, you notice how I found silver arrows in the bow separately? In the newer versions of randomizer that this game doesn't use, the bows are now on the progressive system, meaning there are 2 bows in the entire pool. And, you know, if you find one, you get the bow. If you find the second one, they become silver arrows. Whereas this game still separates them because it's just on a very, very, very ancient version of this game. Which,
Yeah.
I hope that, like, someday they will update the logic to the newer logics on both games, but I wouldn't hold my breath for this one. The dev is very against having progressive bows for some reason, even though it is fundamentally better in every way.
Players for sure.
It makes the game flow a lot better. And I also want to see the quality of life go to Metroid as well, but like I said, that's not gonna happen either. Look, look, I would love to see an updated version of this game, you know, just for to have all the nice updates and logic changes and new features like quick swap. On the normal version of this game, standalone version, you can use the LR button to swap your items without having to stop the menu, which makes the game a lot faster to do. There is a stat at the end of this game that tells you how long you've been menuing, which is very funny. So that's all the items we get, by the way. We're gonna say quit, just to go back real quick.
Yep, can't do the back of that dungeon.
Yeah, the back of that dungeon needs a fire rod, because you have to burn the entrance to get inside. Hold on a sec, I need to... Don't mind that message, don't mind the freezing. There you go. It's just the auto tracker broke, and sometimes you need to restart the thing to make it function. Okay, Dark Cross actually still has a check in it. I'll come back for it later. Like if I think it's important, we'll come back for it. It's fun to come back. Sometimes I want to check if all means a difference, but you know what? You know what? We'll come back to it after like we clear thieves. Don't turn your cheats on now. Auto tracker is mostly for the sake of convenience for the stream. Cause I don't want to like take a moment to click the items on, because it's just a lot more hands-free that way to have the auto tracker function.
Oh yeah, it's just quality of life.
It's just quality of life to just have the auto tracker mark things for me, so I don't have to like move my mouse to click on a thing to mark it for the stream.
Listen, if you're allowed to do it in a race, it's good now.
Yeah, it is legal now. It used to be illegal to use auto tracking stuff in a race because unfairness, I guess.
Because tracking is a skill, Rich.
Tracking is considered a skill, apparently, but I'm in favor of auto trackers in races because it's, you know, just accessibility-wise, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just much more convenient.
Some people don't have the mental capacity to memorize. Wow, flute. To memorize a lot of items in a single video game. It took me a while to memorize everything in this game. Like,
yeah, this game's a big one.
This game is 216 checks in Link to the Past, 100 in Metroid, for a grand total of 316 checks in this combined game.
Yeah, and if you start doing weird stuff, you get even more checks.
Yeah, you can really complicate things in other versions.
Fun fact about this room is that if you go in, there's 2 places that you can enter it, and if you go in the other one, it lags terribly.
Yeah, there are more enemies if you go the other way.
Ah, not a perfect front.
Yeah.
Almost, though. Very close.
Almost. The key is a terrible sign because we have to do one extra room.
Yep.
Not a terrible, like, thing. It's just one extra room. And it's not out of the way. This dungeon is a very nice one for a crystal. It's just super duper straightforward. Just very easy to navigate. We love short dungeons for crystals. It's fast checks, fast crystals, and you just be on, you know, this one's in a nice spot where there's other chests next to it outside. Very nice location to just get a bunch of checks done and a dungeon. So the flute is a very nice item for fast travel in Link to the Past.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that an entry to back of Meridia as well? Or does it go to front of Meridia?
It can be if it actually goes to Lower Norfair if we take it to Misery.
Oh, that's right. It's Lower Norfair down there.
Yeah. We can also take it to Lower Norfair to Misery Mire as well.
Right.
Because sometimes the glove could be the Misery Mire itself, and we can just get there through Metroid. Because yes, like I mentioned before, the connectors between the two games are part of the logic of this. So we might have to go through parts of the game through the other game.
To those grasshoppers here who take one hit from the hookshot and deal 3 hearts of damage if you don't have any armor.
Yeah, those guys actually hurt. Fun facts, they're all just basically reskin versions of rats. If you somehow glitch this game to be in like a light world state, they'll turn to rats. And we're gonna use his power to get some health back. Basically, powder is a very nice, like, utility item because whenever you see an anti-fairy, you can just powder them and get some free health.
Powder's so useful that sometimes people will skip turning in the mushroom.
Yeah.
To have access to powder, because there's a glitch you can do to use powder while you only have the mushroom.
You can even use it. Even if you have the powder, and you still have a mushroom, you can still do the powder effects.
Yeah, it's got my favorite glitch name. It's
real fake powder.
Yeah, using the mushroom to make powder is fake powder, and then using the powder while you're out of magic to pretend you have magic is real fake powder.
Basically how that glitch works, so because the mushroom occupies the same slot as the powder, because in the game, when you turn in the mushroom, the witch turns it into a powder. So, because they occupy the same slot and assumably the same kind of, I guess, item ID, when you try using the mushroom, you get an error noise, and you know you can't use a mushroom; it does nothing. However, if you're out of magic, right, and if you try using the red cane, whoops, I let go of my spin for some reason. Oh.
And we're immediately off script.
Yeah, I accidentally let go of my spin. Oops, it's fine. If you try using the red cane while you're out of magic and immediately pause the game and switch the mushroom, you'll do the powder anyway.
Yeah, somehow that bypasses the game checking whether you have magic. It's just like you're in the middle of using a magic item and you're holding an item with the powder ID. I guess that works.
I guess that works. That counts. Sure. Only the red cane does this.
That fight right there was blind. There's a script for it. Rich screwed it up immediately, so he just sort of started flailing. But fortunately, Rich has enough health that it was not a problem.
Yeah, I accidentally let my finger slip off the spin slash. Oh well. Thankfully, you just hung a bug on it because we have armor and full health. But yeah, that is Thieves Town, which is straightforward. Very nice dungeon. Hi, Mario.
This is the C-shaped house, and yeah, there's a picture of Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
And there's that. And then we're gonna go to...
You're too gloved yet, so you can't do frog.
Yeah, we're missing quite a bit. We still have the mountain to do because we have hookshot.
Yep, you got hookshot
Oh,
to do. Oh, hey, well, there you go.
that's a level 2 glove. That makes Ice Palace available now.
Yep, you got access to Ice Palace, and you can do the big long fetch sequence if you want to.
Actually, that is not Ice Palace. We have no fire source. We have no fire damage yet.
Oh yeah, you can't kill the Freezor.
Yeah, we can't kill the Freezor. We need some sort of fire damage. Things that count as fire damage are gonna be either the Bombos medallion or the fire rod itself. The lamp does not do damage. Even though it does a cool little fire animation when you try using it in front of you, it doesn't hurt anything. I think in like, doesn't the GBA version make you do damage? But I don't think it counts as fire damage.
Maybe. I don't know, it's been so long.
I don't know. I barely remember the GBA version. All I remember is like the added like Kid Link sound effects every time you swung a sword for some reason.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. You know.
Very annoying.
Very, very cool. And this is the blacksmith. We're gonna get him back home.
Wrong.
So we don't have a mirror, but we can always save quit and they still follow us back anyway. There, see? He's fine. Taking him back home to his partner.
Look at this dude.
Fun fact, you can carry him all over to you, with you, like, you know, into dungeons, and he's fine. He won't say anything about it. He'll just happily follow you. You can go fight Ganon with this guy still in tow, and he's just vibing. He doesn't really ever, like, complain or anything.
The only thing that gets rid of him, I think, is if you're forced to have somebody else follow you, right?
Yeah,
so, like,
it does.
It triggers Zelda following you or Blind.
It will bug out the game if you try to have a second follower. Yeah. The only follower that really complains is the purple chest. Even though it's not really a person, it's still if you try to enter a cave or something, the chest will complain and ask and say, "Why can't you take me someplace nice?"
It took me forever to realize that you needed 10 rupees to get that. Oh.
Easter egg. If you try to hammer like them, they'll just say that. It's different in the main game, but the randomizer made it sillier. I think in the like original game they say leave it to the professional or something like that. Yeah, a funny little Easter egg if you just try to hammer that.
Oh yeah, magic bat.
It's magic bat. You just sprinkle this and he curses you. In the original
you could do this
game,
with fake powder as well.
Yeah, in the original game, he's like, ah ha ha, I'm gonna curse you now, and then he gives you magic capacity up. Which is kind of funny. But otherwise, no, he just gives you an item here. I guess yeah. While we're here, let's go after the flute. That's kind of a thing we need to do.
Yeah, might as well.
And then we're gonna go back to the Dark World and get the chest and go back to the Light World and turn it in.
Yeah, sadly still no mirror.
Yep, stand up for the national anthem, the duck song.
I can't believe you don't stand on the one side so that it takes 2 frames less for him to leave.
2 frames less. Oh no, my world record. 2 frames. Oh,
yeah, that cutscene ends when the duck leaves the screen, so if you're standing on the west side of it, he leaves faster.
Because we have level 2 glove, we can just go here a little faster.
Don't have to go all the way around.
Very, very nice. It also allows us to go to the desert a lot faster, too.
Oh yeah, so it does.
And we can check some things there while we're there. We're looking for that fire rod, basically, as a way to enter Ice Palace.
Fire rod would be really nice to see at this point.
Yeah, it would be fantastic. So after you turn in the blacksmith quest, you get the chest quest. The purple chest here. Like the blacksmith, he'll follow us if we save quit. And we'll go to my house. And because we have the flute, we can get there a little faster. So we can just flute. Thankfully, flute will carry followers. We'll go to 7.
A very friendly duck.
It's a very friendly duck. And then, we'll go to our friend over here. He can pick boxes.
And there was money in it.
There was money in it. And then we're just gonna do 6 real quick. Which can take us to the Dark World here, but we're gonna check the man in the cave first. And also the ledge, because the ledge could have an item too. Super missile on the ledge, you know. Alright, cool. Technically this check the entire time is a Sphere 1 check, but it is so out of the way, like in the desert here.
It's pretty common for people to skip this unless they get real stuck.
Unless you're absolutely desperate, and yeah, you just kind of skip this until you come here later. You just get whatever here along the way. Who's nicer, the duck or the witch between the two worlds? The duck is... I think the witch is kind of snarky at you, isn't she? If I remember her right, until you save her. She's kind of like bothered whenever you call her. However, she does take you to more places than the duck. Duck only takes you to like 8 different places. The witch can take you to places on both worlds. So, because we have the hook shot, we can go to the east side of the mountain, and we're gonna go what's called Paradox Cave.
I can't believe you're not even doing hook speed while you have the hook shot.
That's right. I don't want to pause the game to do it. Well, I guess I'm gonna get the hook shot hour.
You needed it anyway.
I need it anyway. That's true. Wait, I don't have boots. What do you mean?
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
alright, we don't have boots. We need the boots for
right,
anyway.
boots exist as an item.
Yes,
that'd be a nice thing to have.
We need some boots to even run. Otherwise, we're just walking. So, Paradox Cave. Why is it called that? You fall down a hole and somehow end up in the upper entrance for some reason. You don't know why.
That door right there at the bottom of the screen is higher up the mountain. Oh, hey, high jump boots.
They're high jump boots, which is, you know, not really useful because we have space jump, but cool. Boots for Samus, but not for Link. But yeah, that, like Kev said, it'll take us to the upper part of the entrance. It's not the bottom part, despite falling. Why it's a paradox. Of the bottle. A missile. Mirror! Hello!
Mirror is very important. Now you can get to Tower of Hera.
We can get Tower of Hera here because we have a hammer.
Oh yeah, you have hammer, you can go around the other way.
Yeah.
This is a bomb jump.
This is a bomb jump.
The Paradox Cave bomb jump. Very clean.
Which makes it so we can just climb up and be on our way. We have very dense checks up here just because, just because we have plenty of items to check. And we said... I forgot actually... Oh god, my crystal reset. Yeah, because I reset the tracker. I don't know what the dungeon is anymore. Crystal! Ooh, cool. Okay, good.
This is the crystal, so yeah.
Very good. We'll take care of that right now. Alright, welcome to Tower Hera. The boss here is a cheeseburger.
Remember that you skipped Spiral Cave on your way over here?
Yep, I want to do it on the way back.
That's what I figured.
Bombs. I mean, that's rare, so I can mark it off. That's one item. There's only 2 items in here, by the way.
Yep.
Mirror makes that a lot nicer. And here's the moment of truth. Am I gonna need to do basement? Or am I gonna have to... Can I just climb? Alright, cool.
Nice. No basement.
No basement, at least we know for now.
Or not necessarily basement.
Yeah, not necessarily basement. So you might be wondering, Rich, you have a lot of items in Metroid. Why not clear those? Well, it is a lot more efficient if we start clearing dungeons in Zelda, and to see if we get items along the way as we clear them. Because we're gonna have to like go through the dungeons anyway and look for big keys and all that and get items along the way anyway. And you can see that because we took this approach in routing, we got items along the way that are important.
Oh, Metroid... you can just walk under that pit. That's not theoretically intentional.
Oh yeah, Link Between Worlds did make the cheeseburger more canon by adding lettuce to the Voldorm. That's Bombo. That's Fire Source.
That Bombos, that technically lets us into Ice
Yeah.
Palace.
Let's in the Ice Palace. So that's also the second item. Rich, why are you not getting the big chest? Because we got all the items. The other items are gonna be a small key and maps compass. That's all there is. There's a supply of hearts there. So how checks work is, we know for a fact there's only gonna be like 2 items in this dungeon, and everything else is gonna be like keys and maps and stuff. Unless we're doing key sanity, which jumbles all the keys up, that's the only instance where we open every chest. But if we count the items, we already can safely ensure that we're done. That's Boulder. So
Very clean Moldorm.
our hammer does level 3 damage, which only makes do 3 bops against them. Here's Crystal.
Oh, but Rich, you didn't check the big chest, so we don't know if the small key's locked in the basement.
No coffee break for me. And that's another crystal to our collection. I need to fix the tracker and make sure that it says that Eastern is just a pendant. So we're gonna go to the spiral cave here. It's the cave, it's all spirally. Wish we had boots, but you know, can't get to what you want.
Yeah, boots make this a little bit faster.
Definitely. So far, we're doing pretty well. We're up 3 crystals and 2 bosses on Metroid. We're still looking for Ice Beam and Speed Boost, remind you, on the Metroid side. Let's go this way. There's still a lot more checks in this mountain. We got Banui Cave and the Hookshot Cave. And we're gonna have shenanigans in the mirror.
Oh yeah, gonna delete some blocks.
Yep. Goodbye. Goodbye. So, you want to tell them what the heck that was?
Yeah, so, the mirror has a weird, undefined behavior in locations like this cave, and as a result, it just... Ooh, Plasma Beam. It just does that. It deletes blocks. Actually, I think technically it deletes blocks in all cases, it's just that normally it teleports you somewhere so you can't benefit from or really notice the blocks being deleted.
Yeah. I don't think I checked what the thingy was over here. Yeah, I didn't peek it, I realized.
Yeah, you did. It was,
Did?
E-Tank, maybe?
Oh.
I mean, I guess double check, but I think it was an E-Tank.
Oh, what are you here? Bombos, okay. Alright, well...
Oh, hey, we can get in there.
Yeah, we can. We'll just peek this. I just want to make sure... Oh yeah, it's an E-Tank. I mean, we need to go back to Light World anyway, just to open this up.
Yeah, might as well open it, I guess. Like, you're not,
I can't complete it
You can't complete it, yeah.
Because we need the fire rod. We can get some checks, but we don't really ideally want to dive into this yet.
You can only get, like, 1 check, and then maybe 1 more if it's a,
If there's a chain of keys, we can maybe go a little deeper, but yeah, the torch room will block us.
At the end of the day, you're gonna get, like, one item and a bunch of keys.
Murder Rock is Bombos. We have the key to open it. Alright, here's Hookshot Cave. Let's get 4 items in here. If you have boots, you can actually bonk to the first check. Right here. If you bonk off the skull to the right and then one to the south, you can actually have, will have enough, ooh. you actually will have, like, enough, like, distance to jump across. Thank you. I'll just fall off. With that, I suppose we can check the cave. The spike cave now, rather.
Yeah, I suppose so. You don't... Wait, do you actually have an invincibility item?
That we just got it off that cave.
You just got blue cane, yeah.
We got blue cane.
Yeah, I guess that'll do it. I was gonna say, I know red cape you found on lake, but
Yeah.
haven't actually gone and gotten yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten it yet. We'll get it, like, eventually. It's very nice for fights, because you can still swing your sword. Also causes less lag if you want to cheese fights. Leave it up magic, right? Yeah, we're good.
You're just gonna barely make it, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you!
Worth it.
Alright. Let's go to my house. I'm gonna get some potions. Mostly because we need magic to progress through Ice Palace anyway. So let's get the restock. You can talk to her for a free sample. Let's get this just to refill our mana real quick. And then we'll buy some chug jugs, which refills health and magic. Very, very, very nice in a pinch.
Yeah, lovely to have. And that's probably enough potion to carry you through, like, the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, basically. It's a chug jug. It's blue and it restores health and magic. What do you mean? That's what it does.
It restores both the green bar and the blue bar.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does. It is very good. So welcome to Ice Palace. The fire rod obviously will be a way quicker way to progress this, but we have to do the Bombos way, which is very lengthy.
Slow. Not if you change the color of your hearts, it's not.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go. Let's restart the seed and change the health color so as to make a point. Yeah, fire rod is more ideal to get to this dungeon, but you know, this is fine too, I guess. It allows us to get through it. It's fire damage.
Yeah.
Even it's just very flashy fire damage. Can I do this right? I think I'm too high up.
I think you're a little high, but we'll see.
We'll see. Good enough.
Yeah, a
Good enough.
little too high.
Hookshot back up.
It's pretty clear. Pretty clean, yeah. So you're gonna do
We're gonna do
Icebreaker?
Yep, we're gonna hit this
Yeah.
one first though.
No IPPJ?
God no. I mean, I can do it.
Sure.
I can do it. I've done it on like, I've done it before. You see me do it before.
It's not that I can't do it, it's just that I shouldn't have to.
Look, for the sake of looking cooler, clipping through a wall is much cooler than a bomb jump. Bomb jumping is so, what, 2015? Come on.
Sure.
Now we got cooler tricks that makes it so people want to play this game now. Fun fact, this trick that's coming up is called Icebreaker. So, let me start setting up and Kevin explain what I'm about to do here.
So, this is a trick where you clip very slightly into this wall and you try to do that. So you, as I understand it, you extend, the game thinks you're in the door, so when you push on a wall it would slide you through, but it's because you're not in the door, it just goes ahead and slides you straight through the wall.
It's probably one
It makes this horrible maze of a dungeon into basically a straight line, which is great.
This trick is so huge, it saves minutes. Which, in speedrunning terms, that is enormous. Yeah.
Ooh, another 300.
The fun fact as well, because this trick being discovered in 2020, I believe, or 2019.
That's right.
More people started playing Link to the Past randomizer once they found a way to make this dungeon much easier. because this dungeon is super universally hated, and that bomb jump can be very, like, hard for beginners.
The bomb jump's really obnoxious.
Yeah. And if you don't know the bomb jump, doing the dungeon is very obnoxious because ice physics. You can see I'm trying to get in the door. And also, it's also a labyrinth where, like, the intended solution is to just, you know, wrap around.
To, like, walk in circles a whole bunch, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Welcome
of
to Ice Tea Room. Because it's the T-shaped room in Ice Palace.
Because of Icebreaker, yeah, people now realize, wow, this dungeon's not as annoying anymore, so we can actually play the game and have fun. Amazing. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Mind you, you need the red cane to even do this trick. It's very likely you'll have it, but not all the time, though.
This is the freest bomb jump in the game. You ever want to impress your friends, just press up and right into the wall there, and it will line you up perfectly.
Yep, works every time. And we just do more of this. Because no fire damage from fire on. Get the hook shot out.
Yep. This is a cool trick where blocks in push state don't really exist. Oh, messed it up.
Yeah. In the back.
There you go. But yeah, blocks in push state, you like clip slightly into them so you can pull yourself through them. That puzzle right there is the thing that made them that made people want Icebreaker so badly, and also that puzzle is so weird and obtuse that they took it out in the Game Boy Advance remake.
Yeah.
This is just a completely different dungeon.
Which also means they took out the bomb jump as well. They fixed it.
Yeah.
This dude. Not Kracko from Kirby. Kind of looks like him, but you know. He's Cold Stare.
You know, Cold Stare. You're gonna have a garbage Cold Stare fight because you've got Master Sword and no Fire Rod.
At least we have armor. He actually hurts a lot for a bunch of
He hurts really badly. All of those things falling from the sky and the bodies of Cold Stare themselves, all do, I think, 4 hearts of damage if you don't have any armor.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. Because if you don't have any armor, there's pretty good odds you don't have very much health either.
Yeah. We're wondering how much damage does a Spin Slash do. A Spin Slash treats your sword as doing damage one step further. Meaning, if I'm Spin Slashing with a Master Sword, it counts as I'm doing a Red Sword swing. If you Spin Slash with a Red Sword, it counts as if you're doing a Gold Sword swing. If you Spin Slash with the Gold Sword, it does nothing, because you're already max damage.
It doesn't do anything, because damage is divided into, like, classes in this game, and, there's no sword damage class above the Gold Sword's basic slash.
Yeah. So that's another crystal for us. I'm gonna bonk myself. Whoop! Oh, no, apparently not. Okay.
You got out. Yeah, you can walk off that one.
I'm gonna get that cape real quick, just because I might need it in the north part. We don't know if it's an item there.
Yeah, it's a bumper cave.
Yeah, it's bumper cave. And also, it's nice for fighting Ganon with.
Yeah, it's very convenient to just be able to cape through Ganon's first 2 phases.
Yeah. Especially when we still have Master Sword.
Yeah, well, we're hoping to find one more sword before the end of this. We're hoping to find
one more sword. If we need having at least Tempered Sword is very, very nice for Ganon. If you need at least Master Sword to even hurt him. If you have Master Sword, you can only hurt him with Spin Slashes. Go over here. And then we get Cape. And then we go back. We're gonna do Swamp, which is very dense for items. And it's also...
Yeah, this is a nice one just because there's a whole bunch of stuff here.
Yep, and we get some cool tricks. When I mentioned the red cane is like one of the most high-tier items in the game, yeah, it really does have a lot of uses. We're gonna see more red cane use real soon. We used the red cane for Icebreaker. We use the red cane to have convenient switches. We use the red cane for another trick coming up called Diver Down, which is very convenient for this dungeon.
Yeah, it's not actually required or anything, but it makes this dungeon a lot more of a straight line to pass
Rich,
through.
you need to flood the thing first.
You gotta do the mirror thing.
You gotta mirror. You gotta flood the dungeon first. You can't just walk into a dungeon without flooding it. It needs water for the water dungeon, Rich. More mirror shenanigans.
Yeah, this room's just a cave.
It's just a very pretty cave.
Full of water.
Now we can do the dungeon. After we kill 2 fish. Don't worry. Sacrifice is worth it. Look, they're out of water, but we need it to save the world, alright? Anyways, welcome to Swamp Palace. It's very moist.
The best is in key sanity when this right here doesn't have a key in it.
Yeah. You would think that in most dungeons, the most important key is the big key, but in this case, the most important key is the one small key to get into the rest of the dungeon. Speaking of big keys, that's kind of convenient.
It's convenient.
Sometimes the key routing can be very mean, and like it can put the big key on the boss, and you have to walk back in the dungeon to open the big chest. This makes it so we can.
Yeah, there's about what? There's 2 dungeons where the big key isn't required to get to the boss. It's this one and
Skull.
And yeah, Skull Woods.
Alright, so we're gonna just flush the toilet here. Drain the water, and we can continue to the main room, which has a lot of checks. This dungeon is very straightforward, and I do like it. It's quick, it's quickish. Some people don't like it because of the west side, but I don't mind it. It's a lot of checks over there.
Yeah, you could play funny gambling games with skipping all those checks.
Oh yeah, a lot of racers like to do a strategy where the west side has a decent amount of checks, but it's kind of out of the way because you don't need to check the west side to really enter the rest of the dungeon.
The strategy is hoping that there's nothing over there.
Yeah, the key to the rest of the dungeon is in that pot I just picked up. You can just pick it up and go straight to the boss, and then forsake the other checks. Runners can just like to, you know, ignore it, the left side, and then just go straight to the boss. If they're gonna gamble, then there's absolutely nothing here. If there is something here and the other person checks, then they have lost the race. So there's a key underneath that skull. You can't get it while the water is flooding it. Fun fact. But we can.
Yeah. We're gonna do a trick. Very tricky trick. This right here with that bomb is a different trick. So that bomb's actually like still exploding over there, and if you walk back into that room, it'll go off and flip the switch. Rich is going to do a trick here called Diver Down, and that like basically the goal is to put you in a walk state in the water so that you can flood it and then still do stuff down there that you need to do before it's flooded, so you don't have to walk back and forth. That saves a little bit of time if you do it quickly.
But sometimes
sometimes it's very finicky, but
there we go.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Looking good. There you go. Then now you can see you can walk through the flooded portions,
Yep,
and
switch.
that switch flips, so everything went okay.
It's a little bit faster, despite just because normally you'd have to like pick up the skull, get the key, and then walk back, and also, you know, you can't take the shortcut back because you have to switch in its state to progress the dungeon and get the rest of it.
Yeah, you'd have to go all the way back around to toggle that switch, so it's still a little bit faster.
It saves a few screen transitions, which is the value of this.
Is there... you gonna do the other Diver Down too?
Yeah, we're gonna do that too. It's faster.
That one is significantly faster.
Definitely.
That one, the other one saves like a minute or something. Anyways, you can see there's like a couple of checks over here, and people like to skip these. Very big shield.
Very big shield. Woo! Now we can block one type of laser, but not.
Yeah, you can block some, but not all of the lasers.
This shield, yeah, it blocks only eye lasers. Despite, like, BMO's lasers being almost the same thing, it doesn't block those for some reason. Especially when BMO's lasers are also weaker.
Yeah, they look the same too.
Yeah, this only blocks one specific type of laser that only shows up in 2 dungeons. It shows up in Turtle Rock, and it shows up in Gan's Tower. And that's it. That's the only place where you see those lasers that this shield will block. Now we can see the rest of the dungeon. I mean, the west side is not so bad. But it does take like 45 seconds or a minute to check if you do like dive down properly. Which in a race can mean all the time in the world. If like
normally you have to like weigh down a switch and stuff, but if we do diver down here, then you can just skip weighing down that switch entirely.
Yep. Oh, first try.
Ooh, very good.
Speed booster!
Ooh,
Hey!
speed booster.
Go
now that's go mode in Metroid.
Very nice.
What do you still need here in Zelda? You want
Fire
one
rod.
more sword.
Fire rod.
And fire rod, right?
Yep.
Is gonna be necessary.
Fire rod.
Is that it?
Fire rod, and if the big key is not boot locked in GT, then
Yeah, sure.
we also don't know if Misery is tilde locked.
Oh, sure.
We don't have the tilde medallion. I know it's Quake, but I call it the tilde medallion. It looks like
course.
a tilde. Alright, now this guy, we're gonna rob his popcorn and beat him to death with a stick.
Delicious popcorn chicken.
Very basic, he just does this and he just shot this and keeps winning. If you have no sword, there's a version of this fight called turn-based, where if you only have the hammer and a hook shot, you have to hook this, and then open the menu, switch to your hammer, and then hit the balls with the hammer. Which is turn-based mode. Very slow, but sometimes necessary and swordless.
You're supposed to charge a spin attack to kill those while you have this.
Yeah.
While you have Master Sword.
I like that anyway.
Oh yeah, and you can shoot. This guy dies to 1 silver arrow, but you do have to hit him with a silver arrow, so.
Very fast. We got a compass, now we're not lost. Hell yeah, let's go. Alright, cool. That's another crystal for us. Okay, so that is Swamp Palace complete. We're up 5 crystals? We are up 5 crystals. So, still don't have a book yet. Which is, you know, whatever, but let's see what Misery looks like, shall we?
Yeah, it seems pretty safe bet at this point. You've got everything you need to do it. Unless it's, you know, locked by the medallion you don't have.
Let's see. These guys do a lot of damage, by the way. Ooh, we do have the medallion. We can complete this.
Yeah, you've got ether, so you can get in there.
We can get in there. And this is just a nice little cave with 2 checks.
Delete these blocks too, but it doesn't really save very much time.
Yeah. Having Fire Rod
This is
would
the
be
shed.
having Fire Rod would be very nice right now. We know,
Yeah.
okay, we know 100% of, without a shadow of a doubt, that Fire Rod is not on the pedestal. Because it, Skullwood
Yeah.
is a pendant.
Yep. Skullwoods requires fire rod.
So we know 100% it's not on the pedestal, thank God.
Which means that there's basically nothing that could be on the pedestal that would require us to do it.
Yeah, unless maybe it's boots.
Yeah, if there's a boot lock Ganon key and the pedestal has boots, then it's required.
And then it's required. But thankfully, the pendants aren't super for dungeons, which isn't that terrible. The only time when the pendant hunt is like awful is when they're on super duper long dungeons.
Yeah, you get like Turtle Rock and Palace of Darkness and Misery Mire as pendants or something.
Yeah. generally awful situations. Alright. So, welcome to Misery Mire. It has a lot of chests in here, but also it has no items. Only 2
Yeah,
items,
but all those
really.
chests are filthy liars.
Yeah. It's called
Every
Misery
chest in this-
Mire because you're
Yeah.
miserable looking for a big key.
Almost every chest in this dungeon is just a small key. There's like 8 chests
Yeah.
or something, and
Yep.
5 of them are small keys.
Yep, and you only need, like, 1 small key, really. If you're in go mode, the god Mire would be going up here, and the first check on the bridge would be the big key, and then you just go to the right immediately and go to the boss.
Yep, because there's a small key underneath a skull.
Yeah.
If you're really the best, then you can do a hover here to make it even faster. But nobody does that.
Wow,
Oh my god, it's the God Mire.
This is a god Mire if I wasn't hunting for a fire rod right now. Okay, well, cool. Like I said, there's a small key here.
Yep. Not of particular use to us at the moment, but
That's 1 item.
that's 1 item.
That's arrow capacity up.
Oh, I just realized you have to do the slow cutscene if you have to do cutscene chest.
Oh, you're right. I have no fire rod.
Well, let's just hope you don't have to do cutscene chest.
Let's hope that second item is like over there.
That'd be nice.
That'd be very nice. Cause a trick you can do, do you notice how like I can hookshot right through a block if I push it? There's a same idea, but with the fire rod, where I can shoot the fire rod while I'm pushing a block, and the fire will shoot right through and hit the torches behind it.
It works with any item, it's just that it doesn't have a whole lot of practical application outside of those 2 cases.
Yeah. Hookshot has more uses, the fire rod has this only 1 niche use in this dungeon. Funny enough, I
Saves a not insignificant chunk of time, too.
Yeah. Funny enough, in one of the hacks I played in my stream, I actually made use of that fire rod trick because I was like, yeah, this still works in this game, right? I'm gonna do it. Sequence broke fifth dungeon. Hey, second item, cool.
Oh, thank God.
We are spared. We are spared. So we know this dungeon is dead. But we got a crystal anyway. Switch back. Can I have some help, please? No? No? Please, thank you. I just want some help. So we just go over here and go to the boss chamber right away. Yeah, there's more parts of the dungeon, but it doesn't matter. There's like switches or something back there, or something like that. I don't really know what to deal with it.
It's a whole terrible maze of stuff.
Yeah, there's like an actual dungeon part in the back part of it, but I have no idea what that's about.
Also, for some reason, this dungeon contains 3 separate big key doors.
Don't worry about it. Look, they have to make sure the dungeon is extra secure. Alright?
Yeah, for sure.
This is extra security.
Can't let all those Moogles without big keys in.
Exactly. Dark walking this dungeon is a pain. It's mostly the switch part as the painful part. Is like,
Yeah.
If there wasn't like 100,000 fireballs being shot at you, it would be a lot easier. But sadly, there are 3 fire spitters in that one dark room that you have to use the rectane in, and it'll constantly knock you around when you're trying to align yourself to try to clear the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah, if it weren't for the boss door right in front of the boss, then hovering in this dungeon would save a significant amount of time in go mode, but
Yeah.
there's a boss key door here, so it just doesn't.
Yeah. So, we have silvers, which makes this fight a cakewalk.
Oh yeah, this fight is easy. This is also the only boss in the entire game besides Ganon that is vulnerable to arrows and can survive more than one silver arrow.
Yeah, this dude is amazing. He has actually more than 100 health. A silver arrow does 100 damage, which
Oh yeah, it's in
bosses,
a damage class of its own.
Most bosses don't have 100 health except this dude for some reason. Mainly because like you can spam slash at him.
And because normal arrows do actually quite a lot of damage, and they want it to take several of them.
Yeah. And that's that boss done, and we are 1 crystal shy, aren't we?
Yep, you need the turtle rock, so you just need that fire rod.
We need the fire rod. We can maybe check this a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is like essentially going in the back way of Desert Palace.
Yeah, it is a back way. If you don't have book or glove, it is actually the logical way to get here. You can just go through here to Metroid with the mirror. Pretty funny. Okay,
It's boot locked.
It's boot locked. Okay. There are 2 items in here altogether. So yeah, it is hard boot lock.
Man, this is a miserable Desert Palace.
Yeah.
You gonna steal the key, or are you just gonna go ahead and go somewhere else?
I'm gonna go someplace else, honestly. Let's see. I've never turned into a mushroom, I just realized this. You can have this. You can have that. So we have to walk off screen because she tells you to come back later, but coming back later literally means just walking off screen once and then coming back in. And then that's it. That's coming back later. Hey, an E-Tank. She has prepared an E-Tank for us from the future. Amazing. Great
It's
job.
actually just a metal box with the mushroom inside it, you know?
Yeah, basically. Alright, there are some checks in the Dark World I technically still need to do, huh? So we're gonna go back to the Dark World. Oh, actually, hold on. I've not done Dark Cross yet. I kind of want to check that because I'm a little paranoid of that one.
Yeah, I didn't count items.
There's 1 item left. I'm a little paranoid about this. I'm gonna go do it. The reason why we never got it like right earlier because it's locked behind a dark room, and that's why it's called Dark Cross. I would have dark walked it if I had a sword, but we had no sword at that point, so dark walking it isn't a very good idea.
Yeah, you could have done it backwards when you were checking the basement, but just forgot.
It slipped my mind because Dark Cross is just like the spot that's very easy to get sometimes very late into the game.
This is one of those checks that you can like count items and sometimes you don't have to do, and usually you hope not to have to do it. This is kind of out of the way.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe Firebot's here. Who knows? I would love to see a Firebot here. No, it's not Firebot.
That's 50 rupees.
Yep, we're safe. Alright, so back to town. I'm gonna do a few more overworld checks in Dark World, basically, and then go back to Metroid. We did a lot of dungeon clearing, which is very good for routing.
Yeah, it was some pretty quick dungeon clearing, too.
Right now, all we have left on Zelda is just scattered orphan checks. And they're not horrible orphan checks either. 2 are right next to each other, and 1 is south of the town. If we had boots, obviously it'd be a way faster.
That's always how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. The earlier you find boots, the more you can snowball, like, the speed of the game. Think of how many straight lines we walked that we would have been nice to just have boots for. Tank.
Probably not worth it.
No, it's definitely not worth it. We have full armor and health. We have 10 E-Tanks right now.
Oh, you're sitting on 10 E-Tanks?
Yeah, 10 E-Tanks to reserve. Not worth it. Get this one check over here. Alright, what we got here? Come on,
if
fire
you find
rod.
boots here, you can check the grave, too.
That is true. If we find boots, that'd be also great. We know Fire Rod's on Skullwoods, like obviously, so that's a good sign. The very evil thing is Fire Rod could have been the first check in, like, Turtle Rock.
Well,
which would be very funny and also very sad. It could happen. It genuinely could, but it's very unlikely because there's still a lot of places in Metroid that we haven't looked at yet. There's still so many locations that need to be looked at in Metroid. Tons of them. Alright, we're gonna do one more check that requires a mirror, which is gonna be a cave south of town. It's like, what, cave 45 or what it's called? Cave 34? I don't remember what number it is. It's a number. Cave number.
I think it's 45.
Yeah, cave 45. It's the 45th cave, I guess.
I guess.
I guess. Maybe its ID is just 45, who knows?
I don't know, I know Emo Tracker labels it as south of Grove.
Oh yeah, it does. But most, like, runners call it cave 45.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had boots.
Did you talk to Stumpy? You must have, right?
We did.
Okay.
We did on, like, the... We did on, like, the farm for money.
Oh, okay, right.
The reserve tank. Okay.
Just a reserve tank.
Looks
like we're stuck playing some Metroid.
We're gonna play some Metroid. Yep.
Where are you thinking you're gonna go back in?
We're gonna go through Norfair.
Cool.
It's very item dense there. And because we have Screw Attack, Speed Booster, and Space Jump, we can just tear through Metroid very fast, and we have Plasma Beam as well. Plasma Charge. We have a lot of nice gear.
Oh, can you imagine finding X-Ray and you get to microwave twice in a row?
I forgot I was a buff
God,
Kirby.
it was buff Kirby. I know we've been gone for like an hour or something, and I completely slipped my mind.
I forgot this was my current skin. I was like, okay, time to switch back to Federation Trooper. Oh, right. I picked this for the meme. For the funny haha, for a little funny haha, you know, for the charity run. Last night I was playing as an Among Us. For the Metroid run. There's a lot of funny skins for this game. Some skins are cursed.
What, last year you were Captain Novolin, I think?
I was Captain Novolin, yeah. So we're not just powerless. Arrows. The Bowl Mountain's a lot of good checks here. Like, very, very dense.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff all stuck together.
Space jump can be a little awkward sometimes. The space jump in this game, you would think it's just press A to keep jumping. No, it's not exactly
No, it wants you to, like, drop a little bit first.
Yeah. It doesn't explain it very well, and beginners who play this game get frustrated at, like, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't my space jump work?
Listen, I've played probably, 50 or 100 hours in this game, and I get frustrated at it.
It's the same type of coding that Metroid 2 uses, where Metroid 2 has a space jump as well, and it does the same exact thing, where space jump needs to drop just a little bit for it to work. Wow, there's a door. Okay, so let's just do our thing. Here's the space run. Power container. I mean, I'll take it on the way out, why not?
That's not a bad one to get.
10 arrows. I mean, more help's always nice.
Yeah, now we're being shown the thing that we said was going to be a problem at the beginning, where you found all your items right away, and now we're on a treasure hunt for one thing.
We're looking for one thing, and there is, I think, maybe 50 checks left. Yeah, there's a lot of checks. There are so many checks.
Ideally, you'll also get a sword. So.
Ideally, yeah, we also want to look for a sword as well.
But if you get Fire Rod, you just do
we
Master Sword Ganon, like, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
We have 4 bottles. We can make it. And red armor. Nothing there. Let's go lower over here. Love the skin. So, lower north fair. We're gonna fight our friend Ridley. You know, big old space dragon. You know him, you know it, you love him. Too big for Smash. Requested very much, and then no one ever plays him again. I'm gonna disarm for Seekers. This is enough to have, like... Yeah, it's enough. And there's a gate glitch.
Very good. That's a gate glitch, yep. The missile gets, like, your movement speed added to it, and you, like, clip your arm forward, and it just barely hits the thing, and doesn't check collision against the wall, and you hit the gate from the other side. It's very cool.
You would think that being shirtless, you know, heated rooms would hurt, but, you know, I'm sure it's just better for him.
Kirby's way too tough to care about the heat.
All he needs is his magic pants. I just want to know who designed this, and can I ask some questions if you're out there? Why buff Kirby? What? The sprite work is actually very good. That's the horrible part about this. It's actually...
First of all, why? Second of all, do you take sprite commissions?
I love his flex in the middle of saving. It's too good.
The flex on the elevator is also very good.
That's the best use of a front-facing animation. Sprite, honestly, come on. Alright, Kirby. Welcome to Lower North Fair. Home of the Grand Hell Run. So, on harder difficulty in a standalone randomizer, there's a setting that can delete the Mario suit, and you would have to do this without suits at all. This gate's a little annoying in particular, by the way. There you go. This gate in particular is just way annoying. And these guys drop supers 100% of the time. So...
Yeah, you need them in case you get to that gate and don't have any supers.
Yeah. I power on that. We're gonna peek this and reset if there's nothing here. Okay, there's a 3 here. And that's nothing here.
I have to fight GT. Forward-facing GT isn't real and can't hurt you.
Alright, we're gonna just flex back here. We don't want to fight GT because it's, you know, it's just faster to just go back.
Yeah, it just eats up a whole bunch of ammo.
And time. We only have just plasma beam, and you know, with that wave to add that way extra damage, you know, it makes it a little bit slower just plasma alone. So, now we just reverse rest to Lower North Fair. Hopefully find a fire rod. It would be very thematic to find a fire item in a fire area.
Yeah, that'd be convenient. Oh, I can't believe, because you're still looking for something, we get to see Mickey Mouse Room.
Oh yeah, we get to see Mickey Mouse Room, or as the streamer-friendly version of it on the in the races, they call it Heart Room now.
That's fair. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because I think it's an E-tank, right?
Yeah, I think it's actually I believe it's an E-tank, if I remember. I don't remember very well. Yeah, you can see it looks like a Mickey Mouse shape.
Super does.
It's supposed to be a heart, but Ariel calls it Mickey Mouse Room. Oh yeah, the room I'm in right now is called the worst room in the game.
And it is.
It is. In any percent, it's very annoying to get through, but when you have screw attack and high jumps, it's base jump, it's But in speedrunning, when you have less items, yeah, it is the worst room in the game.
Fun fact, that room fills up with acid slowly, and it determines how much acid should be in the room based on what door you go through. So, if you go back into that room through the door, it'll just be full of acid automatically.
Yeah. Very convenient. You know, it sucks for the pirates that work, like, the lower levels of that, who just stand the acid. Why did we fill a room full of acid? Like, at least people work there.
Yeah, it's not like the acid can even kill Buff Kirby.
Yeah, exactly. This Kirby's price. Can't sleep, Kirby will dab on me. He's not gonna dab on you, he's gonna flex on you.
You gonna do the Kigo?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Time for Kung Fu.
Kung Fu Pirates.
Let's have a little bit. Alright.
I got him.
There you go.
Nice. Very clean.
Super fast way would be speed booster and using the echoes to kill them. But that's way harder.
Yeah, but that setup's a nightmare.
That setup's a nightmare, yeah. There's a lot of speed booster setups that exist in the game, which are very tough to do. Look, once we return the Dream Rod, your nightmares will go away. Shot got blocked. Okay, he's dead. Oh, no, he's not dead. He's actually blocked one more shot. No, we need,
Blocked an extra shot.
we need fire missiles to shoot. Okay, he should be dead now.
Yeah, that should be it. Oh, not quite.
Okay, look at now, he's dead.
Yeah, there he goes.
There you go. So Ridley has 18,000 health. Super missiles actually do double damage against him for a total of 600 per shot. So 30 super missiles don't do the job.
30 super missiles, if you miss none of them, is enough.
Air capacity.
Or 5 arrow capacity.
Good item. It is Fire Rod Hunt time. Our favorite game mode.
Yep, I think that's literally the only... Oh, I guess you need to go beat Dragon as well.
Yeah, we need to fight dragons. So we'll search Meridian on the way. Well. Ice Beam would be nice as a convenience, like, speed item, but... Okay.
X-Ray, just because I want you to microwave Dragon two days in a row.
X-Ray would be very funny. The most dumb situation would be, if... Fire Rod was on... Shackle.
Oh,
Yeah,
the dream. We get to see all of our favorite people in one run.
Yeah.
I just realized you still don't have bombs, like normal bombs.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's fine. Power bomb is convenient. Kind of.
Regular bombs are optional, it's fine.
It's fine. Look, it's just bombs with extra flashy animations. It's 100% fine. Oops. I have supers left, so I need one to open this dude up.
Yeah.
So what do we get here? This is the heart container. Fine, we'll take it while we're here.
Might as well grab it, right?
Might as well grab it in case we do Master Sword again, just to make my life easier. Oops. If you notice that sometimes or a lot of times when I jump, I press angle down. it makes me snap onto a ledge a lot faster. Because when I'm in a somersault animation, my hitbox shrinks to 2 blocks tall, and standing is 3 tiles tall. So if I cancel my spin jump with a angle down, it'll snap me to a ledge immediately because my hitbox will extend to snap the ledge on.
It's called the ledge grab.
Yeah, every time I do that, it saves a quarter of a second, technically. So it adds up throughout the entire run. No, we're not getting fire rod in a fire area.
Oh, no.
No. Okay,
And that basically just leaves Meridia, right?
Yep. Meridia is a very big place and annoying to check because some items are very spaced out. You'll see on the end of this game stats, Meridia will be the one that occupies like the most time. I just want like a little bit of supers. Alright, so here we are. So we're gonna go to the tube and flex. Showing off how strong we are. So we have one objective left, and that's gonna be Dragon. And there's quite a lot of checks in Meridia itself. It seems highly likely that maybe Fire Rod could be there, or it can be some of the orphan checks that are in Criteria and Brinstar that need to be boosted yet. So we'll check the most dense locations first. Book. That's...
You need that.
We need that because that opens 2 checks, so...
Yep, could be on one of the tablets.
It could be.
So this is a 1-tap, right?
It's a 2-tap.
Oh, it's a 2-tap? Okay. So, what we're talking about there is, Speed Booster only checks, when you're...
Oh my god.
If you're sprinting on certain... Speed Booster only checks if you're sprinting on certain frames, and you can tap the move forward button on those frames to move less distance but get more Speed Booster charge, and it lets you Speed Boost in some places you normally would not be able to.
I want to say, what a Shine Spark animation that was.
Yeah, that was sure something.
Oh, hey!
Oh, well, that clears
That's
things up a little bit.
Yep, that's go mode.
Yeah, if you're okay doing Master Sword Ganon, you can just kind of go now.
Yeah, might as well. If there's stuff along the way, look at that, but we're not checking sand pits.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna check the super out of way stuff at all.
Yeah.
Turtle Rock could also potentially. We have to still check everything.
Shack, my love.
Goodbye, Shack Tool. We have silvers, which, you know, it makes the Ganon fight, like, not as annoying. Also, we have Cape and 4 bottles. No half magic, but 4 bottles. It's fine. Whee! What is this? Oh my god.
Really?
That is the greatest Shine Spark animation ever. I mean, this is quick. This is like the one out of the way check I'm gonna look at. And then we're just go on. That's because I do have like a lot of fast items. Tent pits here have, well, not tent pit. This is the watering hole, which has 2 checks over here. Ideally, I'm just looking for a sword. If not, oh well. Nope, just 2 bullets, 2 missiles. Oh well.
Damn, that's even worse than what it normally is.
Yeah, it normally is a super and a missile. Oh well. Well, let's get the heck out of here. Let's go kill us a fish. Too bad no X-ray.
Is that fish? It's like some bug or something, isn't it?
It's like a basic bug, I guess. Some sort of crustacean-based thing. Who knows?
Fair enough.
There's 2 items here.
I was gonna say you can peek at the 2 visible checks here since you have speed booster.
Don't want to touch it. Oh well. Nope.
I love the noise the snails make.
It's such a satisfying noise. Music. Right, wait, speeders. What am I looking at? It's just like muscle memory because I normally have ice beam at this point and no speed booster. I'm like, I want to freeze you. There are 2 ways to get through this: speed booster or ice beam. Ooh, that kind of glitched the room a little bit. This is Botchoon. He's like a big snake thing. You're not supposed to have Plasma Beam at this point, but, whatever. That's why it kind of glitches out, because Plasma Beam has the property where, it will penetrate your enemies, and, Botchoon technically has multiple bodies, so, like, it's hitting his multiple solid bodies, it's kind of glitching the room a little bit. Oh, what? Really?
Oh, okay. That's nice, I guess.
That's okay. That's kind of funny. It's in a speed area. Oh, we're not getting happy. That was too early. Let's do this then. Every time. That gets me every time. Come on. There's only like 2 checks here. We'll just basically do before we give up finding the sword.
Right. The dream is X-ray.
At least Metroid wise, Link to the Past still has a whole Turtle Rock to do.
Yeah, you might get a sword in there, like on Laser Bridge or something.
Or a shovel. Whoa.
Cool shovel.
Cool shovel. I mean, like, we could hit Ganon with a shovel. And look, if Shovel Knight can make things work with a shovel, why can't Link?
Yeah. You gonna do the Shine Spark?
Well, yeah, we'll go with the Shine Spark.
There you go.
Oops, didn't cancel that. You know what? We'll just do this. Do it the funny way.
Just gonna give him the zappies.
Give the zappies. The very convenient way just to kill this boss if you're just feeling lazy.
Yeah.
Zap.
Yeah, it hurts you, but it hurts him more, so.
Doing some stylish deep boosts on the corpse. Styling him. BMing. Sword?
No such luck.
No, it's just money. Alright, let's get out of here. Go back to Zelda. So we're gonna just restock all our potions and then take the fight to Turtle Rock.
I think you still have 3 potions.
I think I still have 3. Do I have still 3? We'll check.
I'm pretty sure you haven't used any since you bought them.
You're right, you're probably right. You just have 1 empty one. Yeah, you're right. Should be full on magic because we did complete a dungeon before we transitioned. Here is another entry point, by the way. This will take us to the...
With these little weirdos.
Yeah, these guys are annoying. This will take us to the shopping mall. Which I don't know why it's called that, but just whatever.
There's a shop here.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
I think there's a shop under that rock.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so, hurdle off we go. Oh, I haven't farmed it, cool. That was called spin speed.
That glitch makes you run at the speed of the dash without needing to dash, but it goes away if you get hit or jump off a ledge.
Yeah. Very cool, though. The other setup is doing it with the hookshot. It's fun. It's nice to have a run button now. After all this time, we never just had a run button until now. Amazing! So, we're near almost end of the season. Once we beat the dungeon, we get their last crystal. And we kill Ganon, and then we will switch to... Actually, we still have plenty of time left, don't we, in our time slot, huh?
I believe you have an hour left.
God, we've been blitzing through this, huh? We've been routing this efficiently.
Right, it was a 3.5 hour estimate?
Yeah.
And started 2.5 hours ago.
Okay. Okay, we've been taking great time. The routing I took where we went for dungeon clears was paying off really nicely because it.
Yeah, that was lined up very well.
We basically did a chain of dungeon clears all the way through.
I'm being, according to chat, 49 minutes left.
Okay, cool. We have plenty of time. This dungeon should take maybe 10 minutes top. This dungeon's annoying. Yeah, these lasers, the one thing that the gold kill block.
It's funny because there are, aren't there BMOS in this dungeon that it doesn't block?
I believe so. Even though they're the same type of lasers, who knows? Hookshot.
Yeah, it's faster if you have the hookshot to do that puzzle backwards.
Yep. Hookshot shenanigans. You get iframes in the middle of hookshotting, by the way.
Yeah, to make sure that you can't get, like, bonked while hookshotting, the game just makes you invincible.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So that it doesn't have to deal with that.
You can abuse it in many ways like this. Useful in certain boss fights as well.
You can dodge Ganon's fire bats with it is, I think, the coolest one.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's so you don't, like, it doesn't glitch up the hookshot when you try, you know, hooking across something and there's an enemy in between. The only room with chain chomps, and these guys actually
hurt really badly.
Yeah. Even with red armor.
Even with red armor, they still do like 3 hearts of damage, which...
They chunk me really hard there, yeah. Thankfully, we have powder and there's anti-berries here. Powder is super nice just to get a convenient source of health everywhere.
Yeah, in particular in this dungeon, I think.
So we're gonna bounce around these tubies. And then, continue to get bounced around even more. I love the little sound effect that happens when you just get bounced around.
Yeah, the little thuds when you hit a corner.
Yeah. We're trying to make sure we don't lose magic, because we kind of need at least enough for one red block worth. Compass? Okay. So we're gonna go backwards because it's faster that way. Okay, we're fine. The reason why it's faster to go backwards instead of taking the normal route is because it'll spit you out to the next room, and you'll have to do this all like over again. This is faster. Just do this. Still alive? The green potion? No, that's the only one I think.
You gonna check Mimic Cave?
Yeah, might as well, just see if we can hope for a sword or half magic.
Either of those would be extremely nice, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I would love quick swap in this game. We're gonna see how much menuing we did, and it'll be an argument for why we want quick swap.
Yeah, for sure.
This is Mimic Cave. A cave full of mimics. Alright, so what's this? We gotta restock.
Waste of time.
A waste of time. Oh well. Well. What can you do, right?
Yeah, sometimes that's just how it goes.
Alright, so the other half of the dungeon. Here's a checkpoint here, basically. Okay, this was actually needed. A lot of people will tell me, Rich, why don't you skip, like some people, like I play multi-well with, they're like, Rich, why don't you skip the big chest? The odds of that small key being there is like, unlikely, but then I'm like, well, this time the small key is there, that's why I'm always paranoid of that chest. Because if you miss that small key, then you probably have to go all the way back and do it over again. I know what boomerangers realize, which would be a little bit nice.
Yeah, so you have to do this like the normal way.
Yeah. Do I have... I guess we can shoot it with the bow.
Yeah, fire rod would also have worked, I think.
Yeah, but we want to save magic just to chain down here. This room. Oh, we need it.
Yeah, this room sucks.
Yeah. Whoops. Wow, really? Didn't drop the block? There we go. Alright. Fun facts. If you don't have lamp, dark walking this is very funny.
It's actually really easy.
Yeah, you just trust your muscle memories in this one. Thankfully, the fire poles are still lit, so you can see those and gauge where you are approximately. So thankfully, in case you die in this cave, there's a checkpoint here. So if you just bomb that, do this. This is a checkpoint. Just in case you die, you don't have to do the old, like, part of the dungeon over again. Yeah, and this is the instance where the shield will block. Oh! Hey! There's a sword. Nice. That's what we want to see. Sword pull at the back of the Turtle Rock. Classic. That's a classic right there. Makes the Ganon fight way, way easier now.
Yeah, with the Master Sword, you have to do spin attacks to hurt him, so getting the level 3 sword makes things significantly less painful.
Yeah.
And it also takes less hits.
Same amount of hits, it's the same amount of spin slashes and hits, it's just, you know, spin slashes to take time to wind up is the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have elite amount of money, how about that?
Oh, nice. I was gonna say, you're ready to not miss any shots, but you got potions, so it should be fine.
Yeah. And a red sword.
You're the only person I know who starts with the fire head.
Really?
Yeah, because the fire head doesn't leave a patch of ice on the ground.
That's fair. And then we start this phase.
His head's vulnerable before he starts slashing. Or flashing.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Not that it matters much.
And that's Turtle Rock. please don't give me money because I want to keep this. Thank you.
It's like the longest dungeon in the whole game, except for GT.
There is a little like clip you can do on the overworld that makes you just get to the back half, but you kind of that's not allowed in this category. That is frowned upon unless we're doing
so hard.
Yeah, unless we're doing overworld glitches. Convenient thing about doing Turtle Rock's last dungeon is GT's right here. And
Yeah,
the people who
walk right over there.
The people who watched me practice last night, and yes, I know for sure this time I did all the dungeons. I didn't forget a dungeon this time, chat. To my fans that watched me practice. Yeah, I look, see? Look. All right, chat. This is a part of the run where we guess a number between 1 to 22 and see where the big key is. I'm picking 7.
I'm gonna say 10.
All right. So, here we go. First thing we do is Hope Room. It's called Hope Room because it's 2 checks immediately and you just hope for the key. 1, 2.
No dice.
No dice, no small keys, so we can't do right. Sometimes a big key would be there, and that's bad if you don't have boots. That counts as 3, by the way.
That's 3, even though we didn't pick it up.
Yeah. We looked at it, so that's 3. We
got
thought about
checked.
it. We acknowledged it exists. 4, 5.
Ah, there's a single ruby.
Got him. 6, 7. Well, I'm out.
No dice, Rich.
Well, let's see if we get 8 and onwards. Number 9's gonna come up. See if anyone's gonna be lucky. I don't think we have any. Oh wait, missed. Guess 9. Let's see if they're lucky. It's bombs at number 9. There's the bombs. They were locked in GT the entire time. Cool. All right. This has 4 back here. I can't believe bombs are just in GT the entire time.
Accidentally stepping into that teleporter is the worst in the world.
Yeah, it sure is.
You have to go all the way back
10,
around. Hey,
Buttersword.
Buttersword, nice.
11.
Oh, X-ray.
12. 12 is the winner.
12.
12 is the winner. Oop, I don't. The closest we had was Datsun with 11. 12 won that one. Also, yeah, Butter Sword. All swords found. That's the max double sword.
That was a stacked GT.
Yeah, what the hell? Except for I want boomerang. Why do I keep thinking of boomerang? Butter sword. The sword made of butter. Butter sword. The sword with the butter. It's stuck in us really easy, by the way. Alright, forget the silver. You can manipulate these dudes by just, you know, hold onto the wall.
If you grab it on the wall, the game still takes your inputs, but you're in a state where you can't move, so it just doesn't doesn't move you. Did you see your arrow hit the laser there?
Yeah, that was wild.
I have never seen that before. Also, freest key dash in the game.
Yep. If you line up perfectly, you can just dash right through.
Yeah, but what he's telling you is that the doorway lines you up. What he's not telling you is that the doorway lines you up perfectly.
Yeah. There are a few instances where, you know, doorways that line up for key dashes. Key dashes, in certain situations, actually are harder than they look in other dungeons. And it's very, very precise on where you need to line up. But the two doors line up perfectly for that one. Anyways, here's the gauntlet part of PT. It's just endless killing. We are climbing up, and there's so much things to kill. And also a lot of annoying traps. Nice snipe, but that dude's not. There you go. This thing could be free health. Hopefully we can silver it.
Till it starts moving. Oh yeah, good luck with your silver arrow shots here.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well, we have golden sword anyway.
Yeah. Silver arrows will kill these guys in one hit. And it's just barely faster if you get them on the first try. It's just swag, really.
It's swag. I've done it before, it's just like, I'm not consistent with that one.
I know a timing for the second one, but not for the first one.
Quick kill with the red cane. Come on. Oh, I missed both of them. Oops. Oh well. There's a setup where you can just red cane 3 of them and you splash the last one.
It looks very good.
It looks very cool when you do it. Alright, so we're gonna get a pot here so we don't jingle glitch. So, there's a glitch called jingle glitch where, if you climb up the stairs at the same time the second jingle pops, it does some very weird things where, it despawns all the enemies in the dungeon, including Aghanim.
I've never seen that happen before.
One time, I think it was in a race. Oh, we had a friendly race with No9. He jingled himself.
Oh no.
Yeah, he didn't know that was a thing until we told him, yeah, that's a jingle. I don't remember if it was a race or was it like a multi-world. Either way, I remember my friend No9 jingled one time, and we had to explain to him, yeah, if you it only takes 5 by the way, with the gold sword. If you climb up the stairs at the same time of a jingle, yeah, it'll do that.
Still not as bad as the hard lock or the hard crash in Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, if you get hit by a laser, and die at the same time as a pitfall or something like that, and the game will hard crash for some reason, because I guess 2 different sources of damage at once that's killing you. Anyways, am I good at geometry? Probably not. This dude, he just teleports all around. You just have to try to battle him all that. Hi, No9! I was telling them about your jingle story.
One blue ball.
One blue ball. God.
Oh, Rich, come on.
Sloppy. Oh, I didn't hit the sword. No. I'm just throwing for content. Don't worry, guys. Hold on, I'm doing here. There you go.
Heard we had a bunch of time left, so we gotta use it all.
We have a bunch of time left.
Shout out to the chicken-shaped hole.
You know, we could.
Oh, do you want to go beat Mother Brain and Bully Bomb?
Look, we have
Chorizo?
plenty. We have plenty of time. Let's have shenanigans.
Yeah, I think we've got 30 minutes left, so that should be plenty of time.
Shenanigans time. Let's go. Shenanigans. We love shenanigans. We're gonna have shenanigans with Buff Kirby today.
Oh God, he was waiting for us.
All right, just because we have extra time, we're gonna do a little bit of shenanigans because Zelda is gonna take like 5 minutes to kill Ganon basically because we have silvers and butter.
Yeah. So normally, you want to beat Zelda first because it's got a much shorter ending, and you only have to watch one of the endings.
Yeah.
But if you beat Metroid, and then reload into Metroid, then you can run around with the Hyper Beam.
Yeah, it's very funny. I think we have time to kill what you call it? Well, Spore Spawn as well, honestly.
Maybe.
So, sadly, I have
I
no
just
ice
realized
beam.
you didn't find Ice Beam today either, so you're still gonna do your super slow super slow Metroid kills.
I know. Would love Ice Beam. It's okay, we have 45 of Power Bomb, it's fine.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Child's quality of life that ignores statues.
Oh God, not having to wait for that cutscene's so good. That cutscene takes so long.
Yeah, it sure does.
That's like the only quality of life in Combo Rando.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Alright, so what we want to do is have the Metro
Buff Kirby can just take it.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
He's just very strong. God. Super slow, but you know.
Oh, it's so slow.
It's so slow. But hey, at least we can kill him. At least it doesn't turn into an ice beam. Would have been very bad if it was an ice beam hung, because we probably had to like check a lot more things.
Yeah, that could have been anywhere. Probably would have had to finish clearing GT, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lag frames are not nice to us.
Yeah, it's very
as
laggy.
we clear these guys out.
Super laggy. There you go.
Oh yeah, these hoppers have a bunch of health and do a ton of damage, basically just so they can show off how tough the baby is.
Yeah, the baby is very tough.
Alright, let's see the baby skip.
Oh, no, I think I was
not
too
quite.
late on that. Very hard to do consistently, sadly. In practice, I can do it, but doing an actual run, it's like, oh no, I can't do it.
That's okay, we get the baby skip.
Baby skip.
The most consistent skip in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Love the low energy noise.
Yeah. Interface your arm into the health recharge. If you pause while you walk into that, you can move afterwards.
If you leave the room before it finishes, then
you get nothing.
Then you don't get healed.
The funny thing is, pausing is a fade out. You can do a lot of shenanigans with that, like gravity jumps and all that fun stuff. We're gonna do that's not a red door, Rich. It's the one below you. We're gonna do a safety save here, because just in case.
Yeah, because you're gonna do stand up.
I'm gonna do stand up in case it won't happen, but in the off chance maybe it does. I heck it up, and we have to just it does a very bizarre glitch where if you shoot on the frame, you get the hyper beam. The game starts going like one like frame every few seconds for some reason. And it just hard luck like that. It will unblock itself like eventually. It just takes a few hours.
It's like 10 hours, so,
yeah, something like
you
that.
know, we take a safety save just in case.
Someone did sit around and like see what happens if it unfreezes eventually, and they discovered, yeah, just a few hours. One frame every few seconds doesn't mean it's not technically a hard lock, it's still moving. Anyways, Mother Brain rises fast because quality of life. You love quality life here. Well, yeah, lots of here.
This Mother Brain, she's got all the cool food themed attacks. Those are the onion rings. And we got meatballs. That's the ketchup. And the yellow beam she shot a couple of times is french fries. And to drop your health from the lower.
Yep, that's reason. I wish I had full beam combo, but sadly we don't have that. So it makes this trick like less useful, but still a little bit better.
Yeah. So what Rich is gonna do here is a trick called stand up, which is normally at the time when the baby tries to put all of Mother Brain's energy that it's sucking out into Samus. You would be forced into a kneeling position. And as long as you don't touch the ground for the entire time that the game is trying to force you into that position, then you'll be able to move around and stuff. And in particular, you can shoot Mother Brain, and that will count towards her final phase's health. So you can get a little bit of extra damage early.
Alright. Fun fact, you can soft block here. If you like keep moving around too much and like jump to the ceiling, the baby gets stuck in the ceiling. And Mother Brain needs to actually kill the baby to actually trigger the cutscene at the end. Because you can still hurt Mother Brain to like you can still like hurt Mother Brain to like her last health, but she won't die until the baby dies. She is still losing health here, but she's not killable until, you know, good old baby is just dead. And now we are powerful.
Baby.
The baby. I wonder if Ice Beam's at Crocomire. We didn't check that at all. Because I didn't want to check that. It's out of the way anyway. Oh yeah, so we have no timer because we didn't technically beat the other game yet.
And this isn't the end.
Yeah. We have to kill Ganon to beat the actual game. But we still have the Hyper Beam. Even this room state is set to explode anyway, but it's fine. We have all the time in the world. So this also means there's no animal to save, technically, because the room state for that won't be available because the escape is not technically triggered right now. The reason why it's like this is it's in case you need to go back to this game to get items for Link to the Past. So you don't hard lock yourself off the game. So see? Everything's fine. Even though there's pirates and it's still rising with lava, don't worry.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Don't worry, it's fine. See, so it's all good. Everything is okay. The planet, it's not exploding. We're 100% okay.
Yeah, so because there's a little extra time, we're gonna go bully an earlier boss that we skipped.
Yeah, we're gonna bully 2 bosses.
Oh yeah, you can see you have Hyper Beam.
Yep, we still have Hyper Beam. It's pretty cool.
I think, what, if you go to Link to the Past and come back, you lose it?
Yeah. Uh-oh, we're trapped. What do I do? Help. What do I do? It won't open. It won't open. Help. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Oh. Okay, that was easy.
There you go. I don't remember how much Hyper Beam does per shot. Is it 1,000?
1,000.
Yeah. And that boss doesn't have very much health. Because at
Yeah.
that point in the game, you have, what, 5, 10 missiles?
Yeah.
You gonna go do Sport Spawn too?
Yep. Why not? It's fun.
Yeah, I think we have time.
We have time.
Yeah, you got 20 minutes. That's plenty to kill
20
Ganon.
Yep. Because we're gonna, all we need to do is just smack Ganon around. We have silvers, so it's gonna, we have butter, silvers, and a pocket full of dreams. We're good. So, we're gonna kill Spore Spawn. Yeah, the DLC boss, it turns out I paid for the DLC the entire time, so you can see him. Every time it gets me.
That elevator pose is so good.
It's so good. If I wasn't doing shenanigans, this would be a very good time. Like, speedrun rise. As far as hard seat goes. It gave us a lot of early SM items, and
It's very nice about the SM items early, yeah.
but also at the same time, like, yeah, the curse of there's too many things to check. But thankfully, we mitigated that by doing dungeon chains, and it boiled down to a fire rock hunt. I don't have any super. Alright, check this out. Alright, this is a kill room. I forgot. It shows how much I go to this room.
Would never in either a speedrun or a randomizer come up here.
Yeah.
I love that you could just leave through the super missile door too.
Yeah, you can just leave. I don't know why that's there. It's just weird, because you wouldn't have super missiles normally. It's kind of the weird part. Until you beat them, but it's just weird. Check this out.
So that's why
Damn.
we don't fight this boss. It's because it's a lot of waiting around.
Yeah.
And now he's dead. Bye, Spore Spawn.
Bye, Spore Spawn. Oh, good, I got a Spore. Good. Alright.
Hey, did you open the door here? Or are you gonna have to kill them all again?
It's okay, we have a convenient weapon for this.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're good. Convenient.
Alright, back to Link to the Past.
Yeah, back to Link to the Past. Well, I guess do the red tower entrance. Go that way. Fast, I guess. We're here. I'm gonna speed booster, we have all this mobility. Alright, so. I do love the convenience. Wait, what is your X-ray? Oh.
Oh.
We've never looked at the X-ray.
That's very not good, actually. Oh, we didn't get to see Crystal Flash either.
Oh, you're right. Okay, good thing you dropped the supers. That's right, we never went this way. That is very good. That's a very, very, very good way for, That's very good. Fun fact, even though Hyper Beam is like supposed to be the strongest beam, these guys can't be killed. Any hard armored enemies still need like a missile or two missile to kill, which is weird. we're just having fun at this point. We're way ahead of schedule. Because we did some very good routing today. I hope you don't lose it when you save, right? No?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're gonna do extra bowling today. Crocomile, you're not safe either.
Oh no.
You're not safe either, Croc! I'm coming for
such
you!
a good boy.
I'm coming for you, Croc! You're not safe! I don't have my Mario suit on, I forgot.
You turned your Mario suit off.
Time to lay the smackdown against Croc, he's not safe. Good, this counts as a wave beam. He's not safe!
That's nice.
No one is safe. Kirby's laid a hurt down, let's go. It's time to lay the smackdown on Crocmire. Oh yeah, brother. Okay, we have one missile left. God. Alright, Croc. That's your real name. We have to handle one missile first. Okay, you ready for this? Bam!
No, does this do the plasma beam thing? Yeah, it does. Alright, now ice beam behind him, right?
Let's see. No, it's the heart.
Nah, no luck. Oh yeah, that terrifying sprite sheet of all his skin melting off.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, do this shine spark into the spike wall, right?
What do you mean?
There you go. That's as close as you can get to spikes.
Yeah. Legally.
Legally not touching the spikes.
Legally not touching the spikes.
Alright, now get 10 super missiles and 8 power bombs from this place. Oh.
Wait
I
a
want to see
second.
I want to see the crystal flash.
Wait a second. There's someone left alive on the planet. I did Kirby detect
Oh
enemies.
no.
Kirby is gonna kill more. There's someone still alive.
Who's still left?
GT, you're not safe either.
Oh no.
GT, you're not safe either. Kirby Mania's gonna come get you, brother. We're lay the smackdown right now. I lied. This is actually an all boss run now. You thought I was going back to LTDP? No, this is all bosses now. All bosses RTA. Alright. Okay. You think you're safe, GT? You think you're safe?
Oh,
No
and
one...
there's even a transition back to Link to the Past.
Yeah, it is right behind him. No one is safe from Kirby. Kirby is bloodthirsty today. Fun fact, this switch right here, you need the ice beam to... not the... I'm sorry. You need the
space jump
to activate it for some weird reason. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Kirby Mania's out to get you. Alright, one target left. I mean, we're a bounty hunter. We're hunting bounties. What do you mean? This counts as a bounty.
Be well-known bounty hunter.
Yeah, Buff Kirby, well-known bounty hunter. Alright. We've checked here already.
Yes, we have.
Okay, you think you're safe too? Come down and fight me like a man.
I think the constantly aiming up and down really enhances it.
Alright,
Well, that's it.
All targets neutralized. Everyone's dead. Okay, now we can go back to Link to the Past. List of evil pigs in video games? You know, I don't know. How many evil pigs exist? Let's see, you got Ganon and Tomba. The villains from Tomba is a pig, I guess, right? Yeah? Maybe?
There's, Porky count from Mother?
Tech?
Kind
Yeah,
of?
Kind of? Maybe? Whizpig?
Oh, Whizpig's a good one, yeah.
Alright, so, aside from that detour, we're still on schedule.
Yeah, that was nothing.
Nothing, we're still below sub 330. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a...
Oh god, there must be, right?
There has to be like a shovelware Dave the Barbarian fighting game.
I can't imagine that such a thing does not exist.
Boop, boop.
Oh, come on, not even hammer dashing it.
Look, we have to stretch the timeout. We have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're told we have to use all of our time. Okay, so we're gonna enter a chicken-shaped hole.
It really does just, I can't get over how perfectly chicken-shaped it is.
It is. And we're gonna learn a fun fact from Ganon. What's your facts? Now, there was a time when you loved me, so I couldn't do wrong, and now you need to know. So how you like me now? I don't really like you.
That is a fun fact.
Either it's gonna be nonsense phrases or a fun fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably don't get killed by these fire bats, that'd be embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay, we have a chug jug.
Terrible that set of words keeps coming out of your mouth.
What do you mean? It's a chug jug. It's blue and it restores everything.
You can be right and terrible at the same time.
Are you sure? I'm
very
not
sure.
This is a chug jug. Legally a chug jug. Even in the manual it says it in Link to the Past.
Need a citation on that one.
Citation is dude, trust me.
Trust me, I've seen it.
Trust me, I'm a streamer. I know these things. You can always trust streamer facts. Oh, hello.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Dead.
Nice. Very good. That was a really clean fight.
Yep. No double hit, but no. Victory lap? No, we'll just end it.
Probably not.
Alright, that's time. We have completed both games, even with extra time wasting with bullying all bosses in Metroid. Every boss is killed. No one is left alive. Kirby has eliminated everyone. Kirby has killed everyone and neutralized every single threat.
Oh, if we have a second after the credits, you could go back, open this completed file, and see what the crystal flash is.
You're right, we should do that. We have like 7 minutes. I'm gonna fast forward through the credits, so I want to see the stats.
Yeah.
Even though there's nothing funny in the credits, it's just gonna be all this.
The credits are only funny when you shuffle enemies.
Yeah. And then play Star Fox music, during this. We get to see. Alright, so Super Metroid. 212 door transitions.
15 seconds indoors.
Yeah. 9 seconds here. Brinstar, Norfair. Meridia was 8 minutes today. Wow. Beady.
Yeah.
We kind of found a lot of items in Link to the Past.
No special beam attacks, because there never are.
The only convenient ones are X Factor, which is the wavy one.
Yeah, there's an X Factor to kill Batuan, right?
First sword. Wait, was it really 2 hours? First sword? No, I don't think that's right.
That does not seem right at all. That Pegasus boots, you definitely had Pegasus boots.
I think it was the mix-up of this. I think it's supposed to be boots.
I was gonna say, I think it can't check the ones you find in Metroid.
Big Kid DT's 11. Well, technically it was 12 because
But you didn't grab the thing, yeah. You ate bonks.
4 minutes in menus.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. 326.33 RTA. I mean, it would have been way, way less if we didn't, had shenanigans.
Listen, there were important things to take care of,
There were important things to take care of. All right, so I'm gonna, real quick. We wanna see something. Before we call it, we want to see a thing. What does our crystal flash look like? So for those that don't know, crystal flash is when you have below 50 or 60 health, you can sacrifice your ammo to refill health. So we're gonna do this. So
this is just a pretty quick way to lose all your health.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
There we go.
Aww.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's actually just it. All right. Well,
that's very cute.
That's the mystery that everyone wanted to see. What the crystal flash looks like. Well, that is me for Super Metroid. I'm Richie Kupo, and this is my friend Kev. I do stream. I am a VTuber. I do stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. I do a lot of randomizers and other games. I stream a lot of things. Variety streamer here. And thanks for having me. This has been Kev. Kev, you want to say anything?
Just, yeah, thanks for having us. It was a good time.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm glad I could redeem myself from last year. With shenanigans this time.
Yeah.
Alright, gamers. Good night. And thanks for having me. Have a fun rest of the marathon. This is Richie Kupo signing out. See you, everyone.
See you.
All right. That was Richie Kupo with that. Thank you so much for that awesome run. Unfortunately, we did not hit our $1,500 donation incentive. Would have been really nice to play that game for you today, but it is what it is. So we will start it off tomorrow.